Rock on.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes. 3 punts by the other team, all 3 blocked by your son.
Yes.
It's about as impressive a football stat as I've ever heard.
Yes. And I think he had like 6 tackles altogether.
There were 93 tackles in the game, 92 by Darian.
No, I think he himself just, and a couple were like 2 or 3 were like all by himself.
Solo tackles,
open,
they call them,
open
Terry.
field.
Oh, geez.
Yes.
Open field solo tackles.
Yes.
Those are the hardest ones to make, Terry.
I know.
Supposed to be juked on those open field tackles.
Yeah, but not him.
No, he's too unjukable.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that.
That's Steven's nickname, by the way.
Unjukable?
Unjukable.
I thought it was Jukebox.
Well, that would be a good one, too.
If we want to attack on Hero, maybe.
Well, he's quite the star, huh?
Well, he's having a good defensive year and special team year. Gotta say.
But he's frustrated with his offensive performance?
Just because he's used to,
dominating.
Yeah, he played
Bigger
junior
players
football
now.
league. Yeah, and this team was huge, no doubt. They were gigantic.
How many carries would you say he got in the game on Monday?
Well, they are actually starting to pass to him. They're kind of moving him over to a receiver position to test him out a little bit because he's got pretty good hands. And he did have 1 reception for, I think, like 10, 15 yards.
All right.
I think.
Okay.
And then he had
How many carries did he have? No carries? He was never put at running back?
No, he was, but I can't recall how many because it was, but he had like 1 or 2 for like small yardage.
Okay.
But he did well defensively.
Sounds like they're moving him to slot.
Oh, jeez.
Put the little guy in slot.
Love to hear Mom talk about her son's football game, Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We won in overtime.
They won in overtime. They're 4-1.
Yes.
Yes.
And these guys were big.
And there were 3 punts in the game by the opposing team, and her son blocked all 3 punts.
That's pretty crazy.
You'd think the opposing coach would have said, hey, guys, block that dude.
And he's not really that hard to block because he's kind of a small guy. He is quick, no doubt.
Does he dive when the ball is about to be punted, or he just kind of runs through
No.
it?
He, seriously dives
He dives right over the ball.
right over the ball.
Wow, that's fearless. Forecast.
He has no fear.
Jerry's is a blind deaf mute as well.
Yes, he is. Yeah,
Well, that's pretty big time. I'm surprised the game went to overtime if they punted 3 times and got blocked 3 times. Shows a lot about your team's offense.
Was he the Chevrolet player of the game?
Oh, jeez. Is
Well,
a $1,000 scholarship going to be donated in the name of Darius?
Well, he
Put his
made
face
it
on the horse trailer.
Yeah, on the horse trailer on Madden's trailer. He made it on.
All right.
But
Well, that's exciting.
but they actually defensively have a really good team.
That's very exciting.
Offensively, we're still working on it.
We're still working on it. And Hopscotch,
Oh, yeah.
your football team, your 10 and 11-year-olds play whom this weekend?
Heading over to Bainbridge Island.
Whoa, that's
Wow.
a trip.
To play the Bainbridge Island Vikings?
Not sure, probably. The Islanders.
The
I don't know.
The Islanders.
Is this is it in league or outer whatever?
I think it's in league. I think it's all in league.
And
okay.
after Skyline made obscene gestures at you all through the blowout the other day for your first loss of the season, does that mean you take out your frustration on the Bainbridge Islanders?
They're in trouble.
I see.
Wow,
We're
watch
running
out.
it up. We're going to drop 100 on them this week.
Oh, is that a guarantee?
Now we see how it felt. They're going to feel it too.
I see. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Sportsmanship out the window.
Got it?
I was going to say, that's great.
I understand how it works.
What a good example you are as a coach.
Well, if you score if it's a 32-point differential, the game's over. So we won't do that.
Okay.
You'll
They
go
call
to
it.
31, though.
Right, we do.
Yeah, I know.
All right, there
That's
it is.
great. That's the sportsmanship right there. But they get to play the whole game, I guess.
That's why all of American athletes lose their sportsmanship tactics at age 10. So all it takes is one time to be kind of, shat on. Mm-hmm. It's not a bad word, Terry.
No, it's not.
I don't even know what it means. And you will then want to do it to everyone else.
Yeah.
That's a damn shame that's the American way.
Well,
Sportsmanship's overrated.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
never really liked it.
Great point.
Stupid.
I mean, take European soccer. They kill each other over there.
I know.
All right.
The T-Man.
Brittany auctioning off her clothes to raise money for Mississippi hurricane victims. Right now on eBay,
Oh, geez.
a jewel-encrusted bra going for $17,000.
Oh!
And a tank top she wore during pregnancy has a $340 bid. That's going to be a lot of money if it all comes through.
She's doing what she can.
Yes, and she can, baby. She can.
Yeah.
That jewel-encrusted bra, Terry, that they spoke of is now up to $30,000.
Wow.
From what I understand. Yeah, that's right. I'm the highest bid.
Oh, yeah.
Because I lost mine, Terry.
Did you?
Yeah, so I need another
dang
one.
it.
And Brittany is putting out those items for the hurricane relief fund efforts, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how much the skid stain underwear that she left outside the gas station would go for, Terry.
I don't know.
I'm the high bidder, so I'll let you know.
Okay. Oh, it is up for auction?
Yes.
Yes. That's the most priceless item of them all, Terry.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh. Jewel-encrusted bra.
Yeah.
It's up to $30,000. And not too many takers on the other one. What was the other one
The
again?
tank top?
Is that a tank top?
I think it's the
Here.
one that...
Let's see.
A jewel-encrusted bra going for $17,000.
Yes.
And a tank top she wore during pregnancy has a $340 bid.
Tank top.
Yeah, I think
well,
it's a bargain.
Fairly expensive tank top.
Yeah.
But nothing compared to the jewel-encrusted bra. Well, you got to buy that. I love Jewel.
Right.
Yeah, she's awesome. I don't know how she cut her up and stuck her in her bra.
I know, but you did a fine job, obviously.
Yeah, whatever.
Jeez. We'll have some more
If
news
you don't
on
mind
Brittany.
the tartar sauce on the tank top, then you're going to really enjoy it. She wore it during pregnancy. Come on, man.
And the Baskin Robbins ice
Oh,
cream.
man.
And, oh, God. The Doritos. Everything.
Crunch all you want, baby.
Yeah.
All right, so there it is.
Mm-hmm.
You can go right now and get your bids in.
No goody.
Steven, why don't you give us an update on what the tank top's up to these days?
I'm trying to find it.
I know you will.
I think it's the golden ticket one, by the way, the tank top. I have more news on Brittany, by the way. According to Us Weekly and the New York Post.
It's two sources, Terry.
I know.
You're double-crossing sources now.
I
double
am,
crossing.
but
Nice.
just to let you know that I'm not just full of crap.
Okay.
There is supposedly a Britney Spears and Kevin Federline sex tape out there. And it was supposed
$100,000.
No, it's not out. It's not up for grabs quite yet.
Really?
However,
$200,000.
no, not yet.
Oh.
We'll let you know.
Okay.
But supposedly one of his
$500,000.
No, one of his
okay.
people.
Yes.
One of his dudes, a part of his entourage.
One of Kevin Federline's bros.
Yeah.
One of his white bros, Terry.
I guess so.
What happened?
Took
he was
the tape.
He was shooting the video.
Or made a copy of the tape. And,
behind their backs.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to get rich.
Well, he's threatening
Well,
to
I mean,
put it on the.
I don't care what the reason was that this tape got out there. Brittany and Kevin obviously were asking for it. Because if you are them, Terry, there's nothing wrong with shooting a little sex video.
Sure.
But if you're them and you truly don't want to have any chances of any sex tape hitting circulation, you do very simply what others have done, like myself. I mean, yes, I may have a tape or two still floating in the drawer somewhere, but
Wow.
anyone that I truly don't want to get out there because I was like really lame on this particular tape or something, if I truly don't want a tape to float, and I'm talking about me, I'm not the high profile situation as Britney Spears, Terry,
Right.
obviously.
No doubt. Right.
But if you're Britney Spears, you tape it, you watch it, you erase it, destroy it all in the same night. And if you don't, well, then you're asking for trouble, and you can't blame Kevin Federline's little stupid buddy.
Yeah.
I guarantee you it's been as stupid as they come. I can't imagine this dude having really any working brain cells that are of any noteworthy nature.
Well, obviously he has some because he made a copy of the tape and has it and is like holding it over their head saying, hey.
You say that's a very shrewd move.
It is,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right. Then.
And in fact...
Terry's impressed with one brain cell this kid has.
In fact, now this is from the New York Post, they say that...
The New York Post?
That
opposed to the New York
her...
Post?
Well...
Yeah.
They're saying that her lawyers have actually seen the original and were a little disgusted about
Duval.
We're a little disgused about
Britney's lawyers have seen it?
Yeah, the original. Mm-hmm.
They were a little disgusted.
Yeah.
Oh, Britney's, we thought your nipples would be a little bigger than that. That's just really just awful. Is that why they were disgusted?
Well...
No.
It doesn't exactly say
Brittany,
that.
with all your dance skills, you should be able to ride better than that. We're disgusted.
Yeah.
Maybe the lighting wasn't good enough for him or something.
So
Could have been Kevin Federline and Britney Spears having sex. I mean, that really could have done
That
it.
could have been over the top for him.
yes.
You chose him?
Right.
You really have sex with that guy?
Yeah.
We thought it was just a PR move because he's such a great individual.
Right.
All right, anyhow,
So, we'll
when
see
do we
what
get
happens.
when do we get to see the sex tape?
I don't know.
I'm not going to lie to you, Terry. I'll be first online to watch because
Do you think it'll be as good as Paris's? Come on.
Paris was all right.
All right.
All right. Mm-hmm. I think Brittany will put a little more out there.
Okay.
With her skid-stained underwear. Are you kidding?
Oh, come on.
I'm telling you. All right, let's see what we got here. The Britney Spears tank top. This just printed out by Pasty Dave.
Oh, way to go, Pasty.
This just into the news desk, Terry.
Wow.
Can I get a news desk sounder? Yeah. This just in to the news desk.
Here it is, dude.
Yeah. The Britney Spears. Oh, you got to keep that thing going as we're talking.
That's a lot for him.
I'm short of breath.
Well, then,
It's too early for him.
Yeah.
when you get tired, point to Terry. She'll take over. Then she'll point back to you, and that's how it works. This just in to the news desk.
You don't hear them laughing on the news, though.
The Britney Spears tank top with 3 days and 12 hours left to do the bidding, ladies and gentlemen, is still at $350.
Wow. Well, it's gone up 10 because it was what when that news was. It was $340.
It was $340?
Yes.
What's up?
Whoa, $10.
Hefty, yes. Hefty change here. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you can afford it anymore. It's gone up $10. It's now $350. This just into the news desk.
Is this like the news from like 1955?
I know.
The teletype machine right next to you.
Hey.
We are dialed in.
It still works, and you know it. Speaking of still working, and you know it. Good morning, Schwager.
Oh.
Hey, T.
Yes.
Oh, man, I've had a bad week in my place.
Okay, well, thanks for checking in.
Oh, geez. That's all you want to hear?
Well, you need to hear more than that?
Well, it's a bad, week at his place.
It would be news into the news desk, Terry, if it was a good week.
Well, I thought the girl thing was kind of news.
A college kid have a bad week.
A bad week has been basically every week of his life so far. That's nothing new. Schwager.
Yes.
All right, what happened?
Well, unfortunately, my aunt, my brother, my sister, and my uncle all staying at my mom's place. I haven't moved out yet.
The trailer,
If you've been wondering.
yes.
Yes.
Everyone's crammed in the trailer is what you're saying, and you don't have any space to do your thing.
I've done, well, I can barely go to sleep as it is.
Right.
You know, these
I
people,
remember at your age, if I didn't have space to do my thing, I could never get to sleep either.
And this age.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, they sleep like in the middle of the afternoon, and when I get there, they're all wide awake. you know.
Right.
My brother's having beer for breakfast this morning. with
Yeah,
eggs.
well, maybe this should inspire you to get yourself some semblance of your own place. What do you think about that?
I won't be able to get my own place till like January.
All right, well, then move in with Hot Shot.
Oh, wow. He's got plenty.
I told
of
Swagger
room.
to go live in the dorms, man, somewhere. I told him that a long time ago. He
Why
should've
can't you
listened.
go live in the...
dorms.
There are no dorms at
On a
Olympic
community
College.
Well,
Well, there are some.
OC doesn't have dorms.
They have not a dorm to be found
Student
anywhere.
housing. I mean, there's something there.
Yeah, they have student housing. Yeah.
Do they have any kind of student housing at this...
No.
They have nothing.
No.
Not even a tree house anywhere on campus.
Wow.
That's what he lives in now.
You can't post something at the library saying I'm looking for a roommate.
Looking
Yeah,
for a
but
room to rent?
I won't have the money to really fend up for a place until January.
What about your dad?
What about what Rudy Rudiger
My
did?
dad lives up in Michael Teal.
What?
Sleep in the maintenance office. Sneak in there. Crack open a window and they're not looking, then sneak in there for the night.
And the nice janitor leaves you a key on your bed.
That's right.
I don't know nothing about it.
And then you get carried off the field. We see it happening for you, Schwager.
Sure we do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I guess he doesn't see it.
No,
All right.
I guess not.
Well, then what are the options here, Schwager?
I have, well, two options. Live with my grandma,
Oh, there you go.
All
Probably
right.
get to sleep there.
who now lives in a mobile home.
Well, don't you already live in a mobile home?
No.
Or you live in a trailer park?
Yeah.
There's a big difference, I guess.
Yeah, in like a few feet of size.
I don't know about
A few
that.
feet of size.
His
Well,
doesn't have
sure.
wheels.
He's got to give up a few feet to live with Grandma.
Well,
Okay, seems like a good move, though, in the trade-off between aunt and brother and girlfriend. Few feet of size seems like it might be reasonable to give up.
Yeah, 2 people or 17 people is a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then
And grandmas are usually pretty harmless, and they sleep a lot.
Right.
yeah.
She may cook.
If I
Yes,
go to grandma's, I have to deal with the roaches.
the roaches.
well, aren't you?
Well, those are in her hair, though, so they usually leave you alone, right?
I think so.
Hmm.
That's why I haven't been at my grandma's for years.
She's got a roach-infested mobile home,
Well, her house was, and she just got moved out of her house.
and you think they packed up and went with her?
Probably.
Well, I was in her van a few weeks ago, and I saw one.
Yeah, I mean, if she had roaches in her house,
Yeah.
chances are she's going to have roaches in her mobile home,
Right.
Terry.
If they said, "Oh, she's packing up and leaving," they said, "We are too."
Right.
Maybe they're her pets, though.
Maybe. But your dad came through with the whole, tuition thing, and why not say, hey, Pops?
Well, there's right now some confusion with the money I should be getting from Veterans Affairs, so I'm not even sure if I'll get that by the end of this quarter.
Oh,
and I might get faster for winter.
All right, well, things are going great. Nice to talk to you. Schwags.
Yes.
Think about how much money you can make shampooing the roaches, though. I mean, there are a lot of those.
Oh, yes. Tons and tons of money.
All right, you don't have much of an option any way you slice it. So my best advice to you would be make the best of it. Thanks for the call. Bye.
Wow, that's being sensitive to the whole thing.
Well, what are we going to do? He's got nothing to turn to, Terry. The roach-infested mobile home grandma joint?
He's turning to you.
Yes.
What does he want from me? Did he ask me of anything?
No.
I always told him if he needs something, ask for it.
Right.
Did he ask for anything?
No, he didn't. I think he just wanted to vent his,
He's got too much
his
pride.
dismay. Right.
We could always turn. We could always turn to the T-Man Dysfunctional Family Trust Fund.
Oh, yeah, let me find that for you.
Yeah, where is that?
Yeah, where is it?
Oh, here we go.
See? Sounds like there's more in there than ever.
And there's salt packets in a creamer.
Wow, there's food.
We can get a lot for that on eBay. The Hot Fudge Scud, a salt packet.
Oh, my goodness.
I think it's time to call up the old Sally Mae, get a student loan, and start paying it back when you're 30, like everybody else
Yes, at
So
2%.
He would obviously apply. He would obviously be, what do you call it?
Qualify. I mean,
you qualify for a student loan.
Sure.
Of course. Mm-hmm. Subsidized. You don't pay it back till you're 30, whatever. Handle it.
There you go.
No excuses, man.
That's right.
We're all in debt.
He might even qualify for like a hardship scholarship or something.
He could. He probably
You get a
does.
Pell Grant, all that.
Man.
Oh, yeah, Pell Grant. No, you don't have to pay back.
Just bring in a few of the roaches as evidence and you're good.
Take a picture of your grandma.
The T-Man.
Actress Lindsay Lohan reportedly went to the hospital after she was in a head-on collision in West Hollywood.
Oh!
The Associated Press is reporting that Lohan was in a black Mercedes-Benz convertible traveling at a high rate of speed when it hit a red van.
Oh, geez.
The AP says Lohan and a passenger ran out of the car and into an antique store after the accident.
Yeah, they had to do some shopping, Terry. The airbags went off.
Yeah.
Head-on collision at high rates of speed, and then she is bleeding from the skull, Terry, and she's like, "Ooh, that lamp, I need it."
Right.
Right.
It'll go great in my living room.
It's amazing that Herbie couldn't escape the accident, Terry.
Herbie was injured big time.
How does Herbie not know to avoid the oncoming car?
I don't
He
know.
could like fly and stuff.
Yeah. What's going on here?
At least his airbag, worked.
Oh, jeez. It's more than we could say about some of the other guys you've been with, huh, Terry?
I guess so.
Yes.
The AP says Lohan and a passenger ran out of the car and into an antique store after the accident. The store employee said Lohan was very upset. Her condition is not known at this time.
All right. Well, she's been in a number of accidents, Terry.
Yeah, she has. It's that damn paparazzi, man.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
It was
this one
another paparazzi accident?
deal. Mm-hmm.
I thought Arnold has recently put a law into the California books that says the paparazzi chase stars are going to be in big trouble. What happened there?
He did. This. I think it happened this week or something.
That law went into effect this week.
I believe so, but I don't know exactly.
Obviously, it's working out well.
Yeah, so far so good.
These are the benefits of having a movie star, Terry, in your governor's seat.
True.
He gets one law passed. The paparazzi aren't allowed to chase without repercussions.
Yeah.
Well, I think that she's going to be all right, right?
Yeah, she was all right.
Because the world without Lindsay, Terry, it is a world I'm not prepared to live in.
Really?
That's right. She gets in a major accident. Ooh, antiquing.
Yeah.
Well, they ran away so they wouldn't get their picture taken.
Oh, I see. They weren't really going antiquing. Oh, geez, I couldn't figure that out. All right, well, we wish the best. When did this happen? Yesterday?
I think so.
Wasn't there a high-speed chase they were showing all over the news here yesterday?
Yes.
There isn't every day that you see a high-speed chase covered in our area.
No.
In L.A., that's a way of life, Terry. But in the Northwest, you're hard-pressed for them to show live coverage of a high-speed chase like they did yesterday. Mm-hmm. I think it just really worked out for all the news channels yesterday because they had all their traffic copters in the sky.
Yeah.
And some dude starts taking off like a madman all through the east side, Terry, and they just said, screw traffic, let's follow this dude.
Right.
As he goes over the golf course. And
Yeah, he went
pretty cool.
everywhere.
you watched it live, Stephen?
Oh, yeah.
See, I didn't see it live. I saw it. I was not watching TV at that time yesterday and didn't know about it until later on the news.
Yeah, the recap does you just as good, though.
Are you sure?
Well, yeah. They show you the golf course. They show you all
but
that
you
stuff.
see that all in about 30 seconds. I mean, you saw what? About a half hour's coverage, right?
Well, it was, yeah. So, I joined it in progress, if you will.
Progress.
They did show a couple of seconds of the golf course. They showed a couple of seconds of some SUV trying to ram him into the guardrail.
Right.
A good Samaritan out there trying to take him out himself, Terry.
Sacrificing his car.
Well, I guess he has to pay for his own damages.
Yeah,
I don't think you get a good Samaritan little
discount.
Discount on repairs, do you?
I don't think so.
Well, you need Arnold to pass a law.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty fascinating stuff watching it live, Stephen.
Oh, yeah.
Geez. Do you wonder that, do you start to think that maybe this will inspire others to get the same kind of publicity and do some high-speed chasing of their own?
Well, if they do, start it right at 5. Don't do it in the midday, because there's going to be nobody to follow
you. Want primetime coverage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, he had just burglarized something, right, somewhere.
Well, he was stealing cars and going through houses, apparently, and...
Well, he switched cars halfway through.
Yeah.
I only saw the second car, though.
Well, that's how you try to lose the coverage from the choppers. Didn't you see Casino? Anyway.
He looked up at the camera and waved, too, when he was getting into the second car.
No, he didn't.
Well, he didn't wave. He looked
acknowledged
up.
it.
He acknowledged
knew.
it.
Oh, my God.
Because there must have been 3 helicopters following him, because it was on 3 different channels, right?
right.
They were all
Right.
different angles, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they shared news feeds.
No.
So they all had to follow him. Imagine if the 3 choppers just got in a crash themselves.
Yeah.
That would be the end of coverage of high-speed chases, huh?
Yes, it would.
See, that's the downside, Stephen, that I expect you to be speaking of, that this kind of coverage, as exciting as it may be to watch, may inspire others to start chasing through town, and before you know it, it's your car they're crashing into.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need that, do you, Steve?
No, I don't need it.
Jeez.
Well, I don't think I'm encouraging people to do it. It's
I'm not saying you
definitely
are.
keeps you glued to the TV, though.
I'm saying that the coverage, that kind of publicity this guy got, maybe that was a rush for him. You said he waved to the cameras. Maybe others out there going, hey, next time I get stopped, I'm going to take off too. Let him cover me.
At least he was smart enough when he got caught. He ran a little bit and then
He went down.
Yeah, went down and said, "Okay, never mind."
So he didn't pose?
No, he just
Coleman his hair, he put some breath spray in.
Yes.
We could have ran. He went into somebody's house. He could have gone into those people's houses.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So that was
he just he realized that I'm pretty much caught.
Okay.
I think it'll encourage more people to be vigilantes and slam their cars into people.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do it too. Watch this.
That guy's going 42 miles an hour. I'm going to slam him. He must be bad.
No kidding.
There was a chase this morning, too.
Yeah, there was.
See, it's starting already.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Let's go find him. I'm ready to ram.
Whoa!
Better protect yourself there. Anyhow.
Uh-huh.
That was pretty interesting afternoon entertainment for you.
Oh, yeah.
You watched it too, Terry, live?
I didn't watch it live. I just listened to it, though, on the
You
radio.
listened to it?
Yeah.
It was on the radio?
Well,
See, I listened to it, too, and then I ran into my home and caught the second half of it.
What stations are you listening to that they're covering it live?
well, believe it or not, the afternoon.
This guy's running at a big old fat Betty Way.
Yeah,
Cube was covering it.
yeah, they
Cube was-
were.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
man.
know. Yeah, that dude.
So the car he stole is hot.
Yeah, it was.
It's not
Eric
his.
was like, if you're listening to us right now, please slow down.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Come
Oh,
on.
man.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's a good... I'll give you some haunted house tickets.
Right.
A full pack.
He didn't say that, did he?
Not the haunted house, but he told them to slow down.
That line would have been funny. Hey, dude, if you slow down, I'll give you some haunted house tickets.
Put a sticker on that new car of yours.
He did give a shout out to the dude. He's like, "Hey, man, if you're listening to us, And I was like, he's telling him to, just give up and all that stuff.
And everyone pretty much out there takes it for granted that he is listening to us.
Of course.
So,
It's not worth it.
right. Is that what Eric said?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Did he do it in my voice? Oh, dear.
Yes.
What do you think?
What do you think?
Oh, well, I don't know. That sounds like I missed out on some interesting stuff.
Oh,
what was I
sure.
doing yesterday afternoon? Oh, nothing. Oh, jeez.
I didn't see it either. So.
Were you
What
in
was
the
I doing?
house? What?
Trying to think what the hell yesterday
Playing
was.
with Jake? What?
I don't know. I must have been, doing something important.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, there you have it. What else is going on, Terry? What else is happening, please?
Well, according to this news story, tomorrow on Tyra Banks' show, she has one. She is going to
a
have
talk show now.
Yes, she does.
She has, on top of America's Top Model.
Yes.
Huh. When did that start? About a week or two ago?
Maybe at the most 3, but more like 2, 3 weeks ago. She actually showed her breasts to prove that they were not fake. That
On
they were
her-
real.
on her
Yes.
talk show.
Yeah, she had a plastic surgeon there, I guess, telling
And she
feeling her up.
She exposed her entire boob.
Supposedly, yeah. I didn't see it.
I doubt it.
Well, but she,
Janet Jackson's career has been torched. She's been crucified for showing her boob, and all of a sudden Tyra on her first day to get ratings is like,
Well, but I know that she did expose, like, either something of her breast and had
in a very clinical way. Right. Probably she exposed the upper half. You didn't see any nipple. There was nothing to get all excited about, or maybe a tad, but it wasn't like she pulled down her whole right cup.
You're right. It wasn't like that, but it was just to prove the rumors wrong that she has had breast implants.
All right, whatever. Tyra Banks talk show, Terry. It's been on 2 or 3 weeks. Will it make it another 2 or 3 weeks is the question.
I don't know.
I don't know if Tyra sitting down doing serious subjects is gonna fly, Terry. I mean, I'll tell you that Tyra Banks does a hell of a job on her America's Top Model show.
Yeah, that is a good show.
She's very good at that.
Yes.
That's her thing.
Yeah, it is.
And she does it well. Now, I mean, maybe she overdoes the catchphrase on that show when she gives people the cover of the magazine and tell them they moved on to the next round, saying, "You still are in the running for America's Next Top Model." Right. That gets a little overdone, and yeah, she keeps on throwing that line over and over out there. I get a little nauseous watching that, but the show is very watchable.
Yeah, I like it. Mm-hmm.
But will her talk show be watchable? I don't know. Haven't seen it yet, but her sitting down trying to do serious subjects, Terry. So you were molested at age 9? Well, you look good now.
Right. Well, supposedly tomorrow she is going to have Tyra Banks, the porn star, on.
Oh.
Because
if she keeps it light like that, Terry, if she keeps the topics fun and kind of frilly,
right?
Well, then
that's frilly.
Yes,
okay.
She's gonna square off with the Tyra Banks. She's probably annoyed at the Tyra Banks porn star for stealing her name.
She is
for smearing her good name, literally.
Yeah.
Smearing it with all kinds of stuff that I can't speak of right now, Terry.
She's also apparently going to...
Because it's building up in my pants just thinking about it.
Is going to make some suggestions on how to get her counterpart, Tyra Banks, out of the porn industry.
Well, I'll tell you this, Terry. Oh, she's going to try to better her life?
I guess so.
You know what? Maybe Tyra Banks, the porn star, can try to better Tyra Banks, the model's life by getting her in the porn industry. Terry, I will be the first to defend the Tyra Banks porn star, A, because I love porn stars, and B,
yes,
because Tyra Banks, the porn star, spells her name differently than Tyra Banks, America's Top Model, Terry.
But still pronounced the same, so there's still the mix-up.
And I do understand that maybe Tyra Banks, the porn star, was trying to use the name Tyra Banks to get a little bit of extra pub for her career in the porn industry going, Terry. Don't get me wrong. But she doesn't spell it the same, Terry.
No, it
seems all fun and legal to me.
It's the BANXXX, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it says here on my news story.
Yes, she spells Banks, BANXXX.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, hey, nice to see you.
Now, I don't know what this Tyra Banks XXX.
Well, I'm sure Pasty Dave can print you out a picture, Terry.
Oh, sure.
All right, let me get my wallet.
Let me get my wallet.
Pasty.
I am in the process of looking right now.
I didn't doubt it for a second. Tyra Banks, the porn star. Spells Tyra the same, right, Terry?
Yes.
Yeah.
She does.
But Banks, BANXXX. We're not talking soft porn here.
No.
She's all out rugged porn star action.
Boy, that's creative.
Rugged porn star action.
Rugged porn star action.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
That means...
So we might want to TIFO this little Tyra Banks show for tomorrow.
That means various porn star men, Terry, are bringing her the ruckus, and you see it all.
Wow. All right.
When I say various porn star men, there are only 3 that circulate throughout the porn star field, Terry.
Right.
Randy West, Nick East,
wow,
and T.T. Boy.
Oh, he's since retired.
Those are the old school stars, yeah.
Peter North.
I'm still very partial to them, Terry. Yeah. It's amazing how these same guys just get all the action in the porn industry, huh?
Yep. I'll make minimum wage.
Wow.
But do they? Seems like the maximum wage to me. All right, whatever. That's our hour show right there. Sitting down with Tyra Banks, the porn star.
Yes.
I want my name back. No. Okay, what do we do for the next 59 minutes?
Going to help people with their problems with her modeling school education.
Right.
Real expert on everything.
You need to get out of the porn industry. No.
Has anyone seen the Tyra Banks talk show? Has anyone sat down and watched an hour of it?
No.
Hot fudge?
I have not, no.
Stephen Kilbreth?
I saw the clip of her getting her breast felt up by the doctor, but that was it.
That's all you've seen?
Mm-hmm.
Pasty Dave.
I have seen a little bit of it.
Oh, Jace.
Oh, boy. Pasty.
Have you seen, like, more than a half hour of one show?
Okay, no, I haven't seen more than a half hour of one show.
dude.
I watched about 20 minutes of it one time.
Okay, what was the...
28 minutes.
Yeah.
What do you mean one time? It was had to be over the past 2 weeks because that's as long as she's been on.
Yeah, no, it was just the other day.
Oh, just one time.
That's all it took me was 20 minutes. Dude.
What was the topic?
It was Tyra Banks sitting there listening to a couple talk about a very sensitive subject.
Oh, so she does do serious issues.
Oh, it was
Yeah, she did a show. I saw a commercial about
that's what I'm worried
commitment.
about.
Commitment.
If she's sitting down doing serious issues, Terry.
Yeah, she had.
I just don't feel it working out.
One little show of hers was why men are commitment phobia type. Yeah,
Why she's staring at her boobs the whole show. I'm sure it was really productive.
And I guess they were sitting there with the girlfriend and wondering why we're not married yet and all that kind of.
He won't
crap.
commit to me. Why,
Right.
Tyra? Why? Because he doesn't. And then he's like, because you don't look like her.
Right.
Tyra's got lots of problems.
Well,
in her
and then
relationships.
I know that like one of her in her debut show, she did the "let me take all my makeup off and show you what I truly look like" type thing.
Terry, you ready to see Tyra Banks, the porn star?
I hope so.
See, the problem with Tyra Banks,
The non-porn?
non-porn star,
Yes.
the big-time a model / talk show guru,
Right.
is going to be not just that Tyra Banks, the porn star, has stolen her name, but she tries to steal her look, Terry.
Really?
Because in these pictures, Tyra Banks, the porn star, is doing everything she can to look like Tyra Banks,
Non-porn.
the model / talk show guru.
So do I get to see the picture, or are you just
And
going to hold on
it's
to it for a while?
working, baby. Oh,
Obviously, it is.
you want me to hand it over to you?
Well, I thought that's why Pasty really, I mean, you've seen her before.
Yes, I
haven't.
have. Not in this light, Terry.
Oh, okay. Then I guess you'll hang on to it for a little
I haven't
while.
seen her with the necklace that says sexy across her neck, Terry.
Oh.
That long neck that is just asking to be caressed and kissed.
Oh, sure,
yes.
all gentle like.
All right.
Girls like that?
I guess so. No, they really like it when you chomp away. Here you go. And no, that's a better shot. That's a better shot right there.
Oh, yeah, she is trying to look like her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh, yeah, come on now.
That one's even more. The one that
Yeah,
Hot
let me
Fudge
see.
grabbed, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, she is trying to look too much like her.
Now, obviously, you could put yourself in Tyra Banks' shoes, Terry,
Of
and
course.
determine that would anger her to a large extent.
I would say so.
So instead of just sitting back and being angry, she's going to face her head on now that she's got her own forum to do so.
Yeah, that's right.
Just so you know, she recently left Jill Kelly Productions, in case you were wondering.
Tyra Banks, the porn star, did?
Yes.
A lot of people leave Jill Kelly Productions.
She's officially free from JKP.
Some of my favorite porn stars have left JKP.
Who? Besides her.
It's amazing. It's good, Terry.
Wow.
Not many people have their own forum like Tyra Banks now has. She's going to take every opportunity until she's canceled to do stuff like this and face her.
Well, this might actually keep her on a little bit longer, don't you think? I mean, you don't see Oprah taking on any type of porn.
Well,
people,
there
but
isn't
then
some
there's
porn
Oprah,
star
right.
named Oprah Infree.
Right, that's true. That is
that'll
true.
get guys
but-
hot. Oh,
I
jeez.
know. But I mean, to tackle the actual porn industry and have that.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if she'd be
To
tackling the
acknowledge
porn. I don't know if she'd be tackling the porn star industry if there wasn't a porn star specifically named Tyra Banks.
There's one named Cindy Crawford, too, I think. We should have them all on together.
Oh, wow. Models versus porn
think there is
stars.
one.
I don't recall a Cindy Crawford.
I was shocked.
I'm
Tasty,
pretty.
look it up.
I'm pretty up to speed. I say, but there are so many female porn stars, Terry, that they're hard to keep track of.
Right.
But if I had come across, a Cindy Crawford porn star, I would have registered in my head somewhere. But maybe you're right.
Maybe it was a dream.
Okay.
There definitely is a Cindy Crawford.
Oh, there definitely is.
You're just going on memory, or you're?
Actually, I am. Yeah.
But you don't see it there. If it's not online, there isn't one.
Oh no, I found a page. Definitely.
For Cindy
Print it out
Crawford.
right now.
All right.
Print it out right now for you there, huh?
The one part of the show he gets excited about.
Porn stuff, yeah.
He's really throwing out the extra energy right now, Terry.
I've never seen him jump up so quickly.
Well, he jumps up pretty quick on a usual basis, but not to this capacity, you're right.
He's there.
He gets very worked up over these topics.
Wow. That's a good little idea, though, that Hotshot had. Have the models versus the porn stars with their like name. Go at it.
I think Family Feud did that once, Terry. It was a ratings disappointment. All right, hurry up. Let me see.
Oh, wow. Couple
Oh,
of
yeah.
pages.
She's even got the mole. Want to lick it. Ooh, geez.
Oh, boy.
Gee. All right, whatever.
No?
Well, I don't see Cindy Crawford getting her own talk show anytime soon, so she's just going to have to accept it.
The T-Man.
Let me hear that.
Spencer Hodge is coming to the University of Washington. 6'11" center from Seattle Prep.
Right.
Made it official, orally committing to Coach Lorenzo Romar. The Prep senior is considered the number 2 center recruit in the country. Turned down North Carolina and Stanford to come to UW.
Well, he's lucky he made it official yesterday and announced he's gone to UW, Terry. He should be embarrassed that he made UW sweat that long in their fans.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Man, considering going to North Carolina. I mean, UW is a top program now. When you are a top athletic talent, you should have an allegiance to your area unless the area doesn't provide you what you need to move to the next level. Now, the University of Washington is one of the top-tier schools academically in the country.
Sure.
It's one of the top-tier athletic schools in the country. What decision does he have to make? Whether or not to be a traitor and go somewhere else? That was the only decision it was going to be. If he didn't choose UW, I'd be sitting here calling it an act of treason.
Well,
he'd be a traitor to go to North Carolina. UW was a #1 seed in the Big Dance last year. And even if they weren't, they're still in the Pac-10. And any athlete that's really good that the UW wants should feel an allegiance to the area, want to make their team in their hometown better. And if they go somewhere else, like in California or Florida or North Carolina, they should be ashamed of themselves. They got a top coach now. Last year, one of their best players, if not the best player on the team, obviously, he was probably the best, was projected to go in the second round. I'm talking about Nate Robinson, and he went in the first round, Terry.
Yes.
Showing that people around the country have a level of respect for UW now more than ever before. But even if that wasn't the case, even if they were a middle-of-the-road Pac-10 team, you should want to go to your hometown team to make them a better team. And he's sitting there wondering and trying to figure out what his decision is? Hey, he's lucky you made the right decision, you 6'11" flagpole.
Wow.
Now go there and do good stuff.
Okay.
Making everyone sweat it out.
Well, got to look at all your options, right?
No.
Okay, then I guess not.
You must not have heard what T-Man said.
No, I understand what you're saying,
You
but
want
I'm
to
just
look
saying.
fine, but you actually sit there and think about not going to UW to go to North Carolina when UW is everything that I just explained that it is,
No, I
Terry?
understand that, but I'm sure that he
Would be he would be a traitor
else.
to do something like that.
I understand.
Even the football players that go to, like, California schools annoys me, Terry. And I'm not even from this area originally. I've been only here in town, 10 years?
Right.
And still, I understand that this is an area that considers college sports as high priority as any sporting event in the whole world. This is a big-time area for college sports, Terry. On the East Coast, it's not as big a deal, but out here, it's everything.
Right.
And you're gonna go to Stanford when the UW wants you? That's an act of being a traitor. I'll be a traitor. Okay, let's move on. What else do you have, Terry?
This is something pretty interesting. A new study from sociologists at The Ohio State University.
Oh, The Ohio State University.
Yes.
Yeah, just a few years ago it was Ohio State University. Now, about 4 or 5 years ago, they started emphasizing the
Yes, they did.
part of The Ohio State University. Indicating that it's the premier school in the nation. I guess. I don't know what they're trying to emphasize.
I don't either, but
Still trying to figure it out.
I think it just kind of sounds funny when they say The Ohio State University. So.
You don't have many people from Ohio, Terry, from the Cleveland, even areas not even close to where Ohio State University plays football. You don't see them going to Florida. You don't see them going to Wazoo. They go in their state. They play for Ohio State if Ohio State wants them. Now, if Ohio State doesn't want them, that's another story.
Then they go elsewhere.
But Ohio State makes it very clear they want their hometown best players to play for them. They play for The Ohio State University with pride. They don't make them sweat it out and hold some big press conference. Oh, feel unbelievably gracious towards me because I chose you. Screw you! Now, what happened at The Ohio State University, Terry?
Well, according to sociologists there, they found that when single mothers get married to somebody other than the father of their children.
The baby's daddies would like to call them, Terry.
Yes. They don't do very well, pretty much.
Geez.
They're less likely to marry well as far as education and in financial status.
All right, so if I'm following you, Terry, and it's very hard to, of course, we've learned through the years, if I'm following what you're saying to me, you're telling me that women out there that think that they're going to marry someone better than their baby's daddy are dead wrong?
Pretty much.
Oh, just if you think that your Prince Charming is coming somewhere down the pike, and you choose not to marry the father of your child because you want to wait for someone better, not going to work out for you?
Doesn't look that way.
Oh! I'm surprised you're even reading that story, Terry. You're very usually sensitive and championing the cause of the single mom, Terry, and yet here you are. Giving me a story that says, hey, you single moms out there, if you don't marry the loser who knocked you up, you're not going to find anyone better.
No. That's why I'm reading it. Because, to me, I did much better.
You waited a long time.
But, yeah, I did.
So you're nanny boo-booing.
I am nanny boo-booing.
Well, that's a damn shame, Terry. That's very shallow of you to not feel like some sorority going with other single moms, Terry, and telling them, hey, you're all losers, but I'm the one who broke the code.
No. But actually, I'm reading this really in all seriousness because I think that it's wrong.
Well,
I don't
you didn't say that, Terry.
I don't necessarily. I think it's kind of laughable.
You didn't
a little
say
bit.
that part, Terry. And a study's a study.
I understand that, but I think that
in a study they usually find a nice, sizable focus group, and they determine what the reality of the situation is. So you can't just sit there and say, hey, they did some massive study, but I don't agree.
Well, I can not agree with the study because me personally, and I think
it's hard to argue with facts.
And I think that there are other single mothers that I know personally who have married better than probably their fathers, children of their fathers.
Do they think they married better?
No, yes. No.
Or did they really marry better?
No, I think they really did marry better.
Do you think they really married better, or did they really marry better?
Yes.
Well, it's either you thought they married better or they did marry better. Which one? They did marry better?
Yes.
Yes. I don't know.
So
the study is pretty solid as far as I'm concerned.
Well,
I haven't read it. I don't even know what you're talking about. And yet it sounds pretty solid to me.
A lot of examples.
I thought you might, in an effort to protect single moms and their psyches, Terry. They're very delicate psyches, by the way. In order to protect them, Terry, I thought you might bury that story so we wouldn't find it and read it ourselves.
I
thought you might destroy it, Terry. Some stories need to be destroyed in order to protect your people. Now, when a story affects my people, when a story affects my people negatively, Terry,
yes.
You know who my people are.
Sure.
Yeah. I bury it so that it never makes it out there to discourage their state of mind.
Well, I don't think this is discouraging. I think it's kind of
horribly discouraging.
Sure, of course you would. But the reason
how do you take it any other way?
Well,
you see that as a positive story?
It's very interesting, and no, not necessarily is it a positive thing. But I think that just in all studies, it can be proven wrong.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Terry trying to scramble to get out of this one.
There's nothing to scramble.
Or it could open the eyes of some people saying, you know what, this guy isn't as good as my baby's daddy.
Maybe it should make you think long and hard about marrying the father of your child. Sometimes you don't have an option, Terry, because he doesn't want to know you from Job.
Right.
But
it ain't mine.
Are there a lot of women out there that get knocked up by a guy and say, you know what, I'm not marrying that schlub. I'm sorry I even had sex with him, and now look what happened. I'm going to marry someone better. Are there a lot of women out there like that?
I think, yes. I think there's more than you think.
Maybe those women should realize that, according to the study, what it's saying is your Prince Charming ain't coming.
It's probably because of the type of guys they're attracted to.
Sorry.
Are you buzzing us? Us people?
I'm not going to marry him because I can marry someone better. Sorry.
Not happening, huh?
Hey, I'm not the guy. I'm just citing what the study says.
No,
Terry.
I know that.
I'm the messenger here.
I know.
This is not necessarily my opinion. I'm just saying, hey, the study's the study. May I see the study?
I don't think Terry's the norm, though.
I can't believe you handed over the study.
Well,
you should have crumpled it up and eaten it, Terry. That's what you do with information like this.
Oh,
is that now?
Terry's not the norm.
Terry's not the norm. Well, Terry...
Because Terry's, sort of famous. I mean, she's not the normal person.
She's sort of famous, and it took her 20 years to find someone.
And you were with somebody after your first baby's daddy who was worse than the first guy.
Well, actually,
so you
no,
kind of
he
in
wasn't.
The pattern,
he was actually better than the first
guy. That
he
hit
was
you
better than the first guy? The guy that beat you to a pulp?
As far as education and financially, yes. And that's what they're dealing with.
But now, looking back, you combine all the financial and education stuff along with the fact that he beat you senseless. I mean, he's not better than the first guy, was he, or was he?
Well, quite honestly, with the exception of the beating,
you can't exclude the beating.
Well, but it's not like... Let me tell
beating happened one time.
It only happened one time. It was not over every day for 5 years.
As soon as it happened, that was the end of it.
It was done.
Okay, well, that's
a whole different ballgame.
That's something to commend you on, Jerry, that you didn't sit around for beating number 2.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But your first husband was more educated than both of them, right?
Well, first of all, I was only married once and didn't have children by him.
See, Terry, you bring up stories like this instead of burying them, and then you get under the microscope yourself, and you don't mind, though. You're handling it well, Terry.
I've always been under the microscope.
You're a proud woman.
So, what's so different about this?
A proud woman who talks openly about her beatings, too, by the way, which should be commended. I commend you, Terry.
Yeah.
I guess. Let's see what we have here. A new study from sociologists from the Ohio State University.
Yes.
I didn't know Ohio State University does so many studies. I don't remember them putting out too many studies.
No.
This is not like from Columbia or from, who does a lot of studies? NYU or Stanford or what colleges do a lot of studies? Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ohio State University decided to finally do a study. And they...
Which football player has the nicest car?
Exactly.
That's pretty obvious, the running back. All right. Let's see. Yes. Someone who marries someone other than the baby's daddy, if you will, usually marry a lower, if you will, as far as the qualities that women covet in a man. I'm paraphrasing, Terry.
Yes, I know.
Now, what are those qualities again? Nice, stable job.
Right, job, education.
A man that'll be...
Financial status, yes.
A man that'll be... What's that phrase? He'll be... Oh, good to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm writing that down.
Yeah.
That can't be one of them, can it?
Stephen, according to this study, those women that think they're going to marry up usually marry a man with lower education, lower salaries, and that's only the beginning. That is not happy results.
Maybe those are the only type of men that want baggage.
Wow.
Matt Damon is marrying a woman with this so-called baggage, as you label it, Stephen.
That is correct.
Very insensitively so, even though I've said it many times myself.
He's got a couple more dollars than the average guy, though, to take on the kids and to not feel the burden.
But that's the point. He's got all that money. You would think he has his options wide open, and he does.
Right.
And yet he chooses to marry a woman who has a ready-made family.
Right.
But it doesn't affect him the way what a normal person.
But according to that study, that doesn't make a difference.
How come all these guys with money then who have huge salaries don't often choose to marry women who have all kids already wired into the system?
That's a good question.
You have 6 kids with 5 different dads. I'll marry you.
The researchers also found that single moms are about 30% less likely than other women to get married at all. I want to see some statistics on the MILFs.
Okay.
Well, BCC is coming out with a study on that.
Oh, jeez.
And lowrider cars.
Any thoughts, Terry?
Well, I know. I gave you my thoughts. I think
that the university or the Ohio State University doesn't know what the hell they're doing when they do studies. They study 2 people, and that's that.
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting.
I
think it's can be proven wrong on many occasions.
I was looking to see how many people were in this study, and in this story, it does not identify how many women were followed or
over
researched.
what period of time.
Over what period of time. They don't give any details on the study.
Right.
And your argument is that you know many instances where this could be proven wrong. Well, Terry, in any study, you could find instances that will be the exception to the rule.
But
the Ohio State University said this is the rule.
I understand that.
And they're the Ohio State University. Now, if it was just Ohio State University doing the study, I'd say, what the hell, man? Who cares?
Right.
But it's the Ohio State University, Terry.
I understand.
How do you argue with the?
I don't know. But
1-866-663-T-Man. I always have to open up the phone lines anytime you fire up the single moms, Terry.
Of course.
When you fire up the single moms,
because I know you're going to get a ton who are like that. The Ohio State University sociologists suck over there.
Well, I'll tell you this, Terry. This obviously has been proven by the Ohio State University and many other studies is the capital of the single mom world. We are living in Washington State.
I understand.
And every study that comes out proves that no state has more single moms than Washington State, and we're very proud of that. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hi.
Good morning.
How are you?
I was just listening to Terry and about her study, and I realized that I found somebody better than my first baby's daddy, and I married him, and he makes more money, and he's smarter, and he doesn't beat me.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Always a bonus, yeah.
Yeah.
Match made in heaven.
The non-beating is always a plus.
Oh.
Yeah, it's always a plus. And also for Steven, he did not marry me, and he's not the type of guy that takes on baggage.
Well, there are inspirational stories in every situation.
Oh, now we're all inspirational. Oh, that's just great.
I'm just looking at the study here, Terry.
I understand
But
that.
if you have kids, it's baggage, right? Isn't that?
No.
Of course it is.
No, it's not. Why do you look at kids as baggage?
When they're not yours, they're baggage.
Why?
Well, they're financially draining.
No one looks at their own kids as baggage.
Of course they are.
A man who, when a woman marries a man who makes less than her, he could be considered baggage.
Oh, well,
he's financially
never
draining.
happens, Terry. Anyhow,
what are you talking
But I think he had kids that I probably wouldn't have gotten with him, so that's a little double standard right there.
So you're suggesting that this man wouldn't have been as interested in you if you didn't have the beautiful kids that come along with you?
No. If he had kids, I probably wouldn't have.
She would have ran for the hills.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you would want
She has
his
a double
baggage.
standard. Yeah. Right.
You were
That is
more than
double.
ready for him to accept your baggage.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
But
Does
there's
he-
a lot of women who think that
Did you
way.
make him aware of that, and would that have affected his decision on settling down with you?
He was so anti-children before getting married that I don't think he would have had kids, but there was a time in his life where he was 16 and he did get somebody pregnant, but the pregnancy was, what's it called, terminated unwillingly. Like the thing of it is, if he had kids, I wouldn't want to deal with the other woman, so I would have to adopt and get rid of her totally.
Yes, because with kids comes somebody out there that made the kids with you, Terry. And
Right, I
some
understand
people
that.
don't want that as part of the equation in their relationship, too. Now, here's another reason why you're even more the exception to the rule, Terry, than anyone else. Because, what was I going to say? Oh, yes, usually, I almost lost my train of thought there. The train left the station. Usually, but now it's back. Usually,
yes.
Men who marry women who already have children are men that don't often want children themselves. Now, granted, these are all rare instances, but still, men who are more willing to marry women with children usually don't want children themselves. You found someone who was more than happy to accept your multiple kids. And wanted kids of his own to such a degree, Terry, that he was ready to turkey baste you every day you needed to, shots in the ass and all the whole 9 yards.
Right.
And that is a very, very fascinating case to be studied by The Ohio State University. But then again, all they have to do is see your salary and they'll understand why. Not that you were married for the money, but I would have married you anyway. Okay. If I was in this situation. Not that he was doing well for himself.
Absolutely.
As a police officer, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
But JD's lucky because the dads aren't in the picture. It's easier for him. If there was dads coming to pick the kids up every week,
Well, but-
two different dads
but the
every
thing
weekend,
is-
he would not be happy.
That's
about
not true necessarily. You don't know
But
that.
it would be tougher for him.
It would be tougher,
right.
no
That's what I'm-
doubt, but
that's
that doesn't
baggage.
mean he wouldn't.
You don't know that he would have, Terry, if there was two dads hovering over the city ready to scoop up the kids every couple of times a week or at least once a week. That may have affected his determination on whether he wanted to spend the rest of his life with you if that actually happens.
Hey, I'm here to get Darius. We'll be back in 2 days.
So ultimately, you're saying Terry's lucky that these other guys wanted out of her life.
I think so. It worked out better for him. Yeah, it did, actually.
In order to not continue to marry lesser guys, if you will, is there any strategies you can employ now that you know the data is out there?
Well, I think just knowing,
Or you just-
A, that the data's out there, but I think what the gentleman said, who the last caller, it makes a good point. It is on an individual basis with just about any relationship. And I think that women who do specifically look for someone to, for whatever reason, they got rid of the loser and are specifically looking for somebody who makes more money and things like that. I think men are smart enough to see through that, so that's why they don't.
So those women generally are gold diggers, as Kanye West likes to talk about.
Right.
And they lose out in the end, is what
I
you're saying?
believe so.
Oh, dear.
But I think that the single mothers who are primarily all about being a good mother and worrying about their children are going to be better off in the end, whether they get married to someone or whether they stay single.
You're on the air.
Yeah, I think you just have to look at the fact that it came from Ohio. I mean, what, they go from a guy who rents a tractor to a guy who owns it? That that doesn't mean anything.
I will give you that usually where the studies are done is where they find their focus group. I don't think they're importing people from Northern California to be a part of an Ohio State study. So they are studying people from the general area of...
And you can find losers everywhere,
right?
You know, but
absolutely,
I think that the guy who said it before, it depends on what type of people they were doing. Yeah, moms who leave their husbands because you don't make enough for me. Well, yeah, you are going to screw up your kids, but I think it's a lot better for a person to get out of a bad situation and take their kids and be safer.
You're bothered by the study, aren't you?
Yes, very much so.
You're angered by the study, aren't you?
Yes, because my baby's daddy was a loser. And my husband, I've been married for 11 years, and he is an awesome father.
So you married up.
I married way up.
You are the opposite data than the story has produced.
Well, it depends on the facts of what they were getting their data from. But if you're only taking, excuse my white trash from Ohio, then yeah.
Well, it's nice of you to call most of the people in Ohio white trash, if that's what you...
I did not say that.
Well, that seems like what you're implying. All right, so are you surprised, even though you're one of the success stories, are you surprised that you are, in fact, the success story? Were you surprised when hearing this story that the... let's make it a nationwide deal. I'm sorry. If you don't think that people in Ohio State are white trash, that means they're just pretty much like anyone else. And that means that nationwide, most women who are not marrying their baby's dads are marrying guys who are of a lower quality than their baby's dads. Are you surprised to hear that, yes or no?
I am extremely surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
You thought, until this morning, when this study came out, that most women who decided not to marry their baby's daddies generally married better guys.
Generally, if they get married.
Like you.
Right, if they get married, like she said.
Hey, you would think they would.
Well, no, not every woman is out to, I got to have a man.
Right.
Well, it actually says 30%. You're 30% less likely to get married if
and
you are.
And that's very possible because maybe you had a loser baby's daddy and you don't want to bring another loser into your baby's life.
And you realize that you're better off being a single mother because you can concentrate on being a good parent.
But that makes it even more startling information, Terry, that even though you're 30% less likely to marry if you don't marry your baby's dad, you're still marrying lower than the man he was.
Nah, their standards are way off.
I don't think
way off.
Because you think everyone in Ohio is white trash.
Well, yeah, okay.
I don't think it's unreasonable to think that if a woman doesn't marry her baby's dad, she may have low self-esteem and just jump on to the next thing.
And no
it's
one's
not unreasonable
saying
to think
no,
that.
and we're not saying that.
everywhere.
But you're saying that it's less
Jump
likely
on to the next cargo train that chugs by the station,
That's what the
Terry.
study's basically saying.
And you can find that anywhere because some women who truly believe that, I have to have this other person in my son's life, whether it's a good person or not.
I have to have the next guy that comes along that kind of likes me.
Right.
Exactly. And yes, it is obviously better for kids to have a mother and a father in the situation, if at all possible. But when it's not possible, it's much better for a single mom to do her thing and move on than to...
I don't want you to spend too much time with us on the phone. That good guy that you have laying in the bed right now needs to be taken care of so he doesn't leave you for someone that he
actually he's taking care of our kids. And I'm at work.
Tremendous man he is.
Yes,
you're a success story.
Of your kids.
Yes. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Who says that less money means that you're going down? That's just ridiculous.
No one said just less money. We said the combination of less money, less education. We pointed all these things out.
Right.
What else is there? Less money, less education, smaller package, more abusive.
Wow.
So then I should be with, a man who has master's degree, corporate America, makes a lot of money.
You don't have to have a master's
You gotta acknowledge that money is an important thing in any kind of family environment. Money is a very nice thing to have. And when you don't have it, it causes a lot of problems.
No, but I could leave him for a man that, just has a regular degree and is a teacher and makes significantly less money, but is a better person. So why does money have to be the main deciding factor? That's what everybody's talking about this morning, is the money.
Money is not the only deciding factor. Money is a very important factor. You agree or disagree?
I disagree. I think there's a lot more important things in life than money that will make somebody happy and make them a better husband.
than just how much money and education they have.
Okay. Well, you are going to have a tough time finding an argument. If you want to talk about some guy with a lot of money who's just an overall bastard, nobody needs that, of course. All right?
All right.
Good point.
You could fire him up and say, a new study says single women are the greatest in the world. What?
Wow.
Whoa.
But you're hard-pressed to find a guy with his master's who's poor. I mean, it goes hand in hand.
Master's is usually a good prerequisite to making a decent income, if not a very solid
But
one.
if he's a bastard, it doesn't matter, is what she's saying.
If he's a bastard, yeah, no one needs to be living with any rich bastard.
Plenty of
All
women
right?
do.
Plenty of women do, but they are unfortunately wasting a lot of time in their lives thinking that they're happy buying all that stuff, but then crying in the middle of the night.
Oh.
Too bad the T-Man show wasn't on in the middle of the night to take their calls, too.
Would you like to switch hours?
No.
Okay.
The T-Man.
No more freaking in Spokane. High schools in the area are banning informal dances because of sexually explicit dancing called freaking.
Wow.
Students say they are being punished for the actions of a few.
Well, that's the way it works in this society. Learn early. Terry,
Punish more people that are freaks.
all dances have been canceled pretty much, except prom and like homecoming.
Yeah, sounds like it.
That's pretty extreme.
Yeah, over there.
Attention students, all school dances have been canceled. And no fruit cup for lunch today.
Oh, come
Damn
on.
it. Bring back the fruit cup.
I gotta love the fruit cup, too.
Oh, I know.
Mm-hmm. Remember, do they still pay, Vinny the Pooh?
Yes.
When you were going to school, they used to have, like, fruit cocktail and paper cups?
All the time, like every day.
They still have that? Is that beautiful? You do fruit...
I would steal as many as I could get.
Fruit cocktail shots?
In the little paper
Because
cups.
if you leave it in the paper cup that they put it in too long, at least when I went to school, it would start melting.
Yeah.
Start leaking out the bottom of it.
That's right.
That's so good.
Well, I'm glad they still have that.
Yeah.
Those little cups were great spitters in high school.
Yes. The best is when you're like 9 years old and they offer a white and chocolate milk, Terry.
Yeah.
And it always looks very strange to see white milk on someone's tray. Because how do you choose? How do you choose when you're 9? How do you choose white milk over chocolate milk?
I know.
When you're 12, when you're 15.
Jeez.
Maybe now. But how do you choose white milk over chocolate? You just don't do it.
No, you don't.
But there'd be always one that have white milk on their tray.
Nerdy girl.
What a dork. What do you think it's going to make you smarter?
Throw your hot dog at her.
Oh.
Wow.
I already did. Let me have yours.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste mine.
Well,
Oh, my goodness.
all school dances have pretty much been canceled in all of Spokane.
Well, that's kind
All
of...
Spokane schools. Seems a little bit much.
Yeah, you think?
Just because 2 people were freak dancing. What a shame.
Well, they are trying to get rid of the gay mayor, over there, so...
So they're doing everything they can to keep PR in line, is what
Right.
you're saying. Public relations
Very-
is a big issue over there.
Yeah,
when you have a gay mayor who solicits homosexual young boys on chat lines,
Right, to come work for you.
you got to overcompensate in other areas.
Right.
You said you could freak dance with the same sex. That's fine, just not with the opposite sex.
I see. All right, let me find a haunted house winner real quick. I'm up against a break, Terry, because we spent so much time talking about the single mom issue. All
right.
It's amazing. Any single mom issue comes up, we wind up spending an hour talking about it. Now I got to catch up. You're on the air. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I was calling to win tickets.
Oh, where are you now?
Yeah.
Do you think you're good haunted house material?
What was that?
Do you think that you are good haunted house material?
Yes.
All right, why don't you tell me what you think good haunted house material is?
Well, I've never been to the Cube Haunted House. I've always been to one in Des Moines.
Ooh.
Whoa,
Do you know what good haunted house material is? Will you look good standing online? Will you be, kind of making it happen right there as you wait to head into the haunted house? Because that's what it's all about, Terry. It's about the wait. It's about the socialization. The fruit cup back and forth, if you will, online, Terry. Will you be good haunted house material?
Yes.
How old are you?
24.
24?
Yeah.
What do you weigh?
150.
All right, hang on. What's your name?
Kim.
You've won tickets to the haunted house.
Yay,
Kim.
It's a
She's material.
You've won a 4-pack.
Wow.
Yes. It's the only 4-pack or 6-pack you're going to see in that stomach anytime soon. All right?
Thank you.
Hang on the line. You enjoy that damn haunted house, and that makes you in line for a trip to L.A. for the scariest haunted houses in the world. Right, okay, whatever. Yeah. Hang on. She's a winner, Terry.
She is.
Take a quick break. When we come back, I'll get to more phone calls, and because there are a lot of angry single moms on the line, Terry. And
I love them.
when you make single moms wait, they get really extra testy.
Yeah, they do.
Although, sooner or later, we got to move on to the next topic. What do you say?
Okay.
Extra testes that got him in trouble.
Whoa.
I would like to talk about the fruit cup stories of the world, don't you know?
The T-Man.
A Navy veteran in Kent wants the Wiccan symbol on his military headstone when he dies.
Oh, geez.
But the Department of Defense does not allow the pentacle, the five-pointed star in a circle, on its markers in national cemeteries.
Right.
The VA says, however, that the words Wiccan or pentacle can be on the headstone.
Wow, how about that for a loophole, Terry? You can put Wiccan or testicle on your tombstone and no one has a problem with
I
it.
think it's pentacle.
Oh, pentacle, yes. What did I say?
Testicle.
Oh, jeez.
They also say they are updating policies, and Wiccans can make the suggestion for the pentacle symbol to be allowed.
See that, Terry?
Wow.
Damn Satanists starting to get their rights.
Damn it.
How about that?
Man.
Is that preposterous?
No,
Those damn Satanists starting to make headway and getting their rights.
Yeah.
Told you guys you can't hide from the evil. They'll eventually get you.
That black magic religion is starting to make some strides.
Yeah.
Huh. Fascinating. I really don't care. What else? What
Don't
else?
understand it anymore.
Just go through the process. So can be denied. Thank you.
Wow. Well, it sounds like, no, I see it as some progress happening there in the old Wiccan religion. It's Wiccan cool. What?
I have an upside-down star on my lower back.
Oh.
Wow.
Can I keep that?
No, but you can be my next porno.
Oh, boy.
1-866. We're looking for someone like you. We're hoping you'd be a woman. 1-866.
I got big boobs.
Oh, jeez. Well, we knew that. 1-866. Have I mentioned that? 663. T-Man.
Don't you know?
Is the number to call. I don't, you know. And, of course, the text paging for any private messages you may want to send is 97373. Don't you know?
Or, no.
97373, yes. What else is going on in this here world, Terry, besides those Wiccan folks starting to
make a move
into mainstream religious ritual passages way? Yeah.
Have a story here about a 44-year-old man
Damn Satanist. Yes, sir. What took you? Yes, sir.
Anyway, in Orange County, California, who put up a billboard to try and find himself a wife. A very financially secure gentleman.
Okay.
However, he put up the billboard in probably one of the most homosexual areas of the California area, which is on Santa Monica Boulevard in West Hollywood.
West Hollywood, yeah. You don't make that mistake, Terry. That I'm sorry, everyone. I don't even know if I'll ever be a resident, never have been a resident of the California area, Terry, and I know that Santa Monica Boulevard is about as gay as it gets in this country. All right? They look at Capitol Hill and say, no, you're not happening.
Right. You're nothing compared to us.
All right? Well, no, Capitol Hill can hold their own against anyone, but Santa Monica Boulevard is highly noted as a gay area. Yes. I mean, you're going to put up a billboard like that, and you know you're only putting up one. You make sure to put it in an area that you want people to, for your clientele, if you will, to be able to check it out.
Right.
So this man is either gay or just not as on top of it as he should have been, Terry.
Well.
Or maybe he is.
Maybe or a man that looks like a woman works too. Whatever.
So he's upset that that's where the billboard was posted?
It doesn't necessarily say he's upset. It just makes the note that that is where he put this gigantic billboard.
Gigantic.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And this billboard apparently directs interested people to his website, where he describes himself as divorced, financially secure Protestant, a social drinker, a golfer, 6'1", and a non-smoker.
And looking for a man with a big Wiccan. Okay. Speaking of being as gay as they come, yes.
Single sounds like a stiff.
Hello.
Yes, John.
Okay.
You know what, Terry? A lot of times your stories are sounding good, but today you've really got underneath my skin.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God, I don't want to be there.
John, you got 30 seconds. I'm going to make that clear right now.
Shut up, T-Man, I'm talking.
Jeez. Okay.
And then, Terry, let me tell you something. Not all babies' daddies are losers, okay? As you all know...
You wouldn't be the best example, John.
I do have a kid. Okay, what about the baby's mama? The baby's mama could be a loser, too.
Mm-hmm.
Why just pick on the baby's daddies? Terry, look at your vagina. You've had 3
Okay.
I mean, or 5 of them, that is.
All right.
So now it's time to blow the horn on your...
Okay, well, you know what? John has made it clear to Pasty Dave, who has made it clear to me, that I had wondered why John doesn't sit on hold like he used to on the hotline from 6 a.m. till 10 a.m. every single day anymore. It's only like one day a week.
Yes.
It's because he's a working man now, and that's progress, Terry. And he sounds more sober than ever. Not as interesting, but it's sober nonetheless, Terry, which is progress also. However, John apparently can call through the rest of the week because he has this week off.
Oh, wow.
Now, I would wonder if John, given his very entry-level position he must be in at any place of employment,
is that the rear entry level?
Would have an opportunity to have a week off.
Right.
I mean, is he supposed to be convincing us that he's on vacation this week? And if so, how come he didn't go to Barbados, Terry? You gonna answer that question?
I hear you, T-Man.
Oh, jeez. He's too busy banging on his pots and pans. Why are you not in Barbados if you have this week off, John? Why aren't you in the Bahamas?
Because I like to stick in the Northwest where it rains every day.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I got a theme song for you, Terry. And you know what?
Why is it me? What?
Why?
I made a song just for you, Terry.
Why are you off this week? Why are you off this week, John? Why are you on vacation?
On vacation.
You're on vacation from your job. That's what you want us to understand.
I get 4 vacations a year.
You get 4 vacations a year.
How long have you been working for this company again?
About 4 weeks.
That's right. Wow,
no,
amazing.
It's been longer than that. It's been about 3 months.
John.
You already get vacation time after 3 months.
John.
Good company.
John.
Well, yeah, you've got to have...
John.
What?
Have you lost your job?
No.
You're still a employee in good standing.
I'm sure if I lost my job, I'd be sure to tell everybody about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. But you have the week off.
I do.
Because you're on vacation.
Yes.
Okay.
You didn't want to take a gay cruise or anything?
Being on a platoon like gay... Oh, never mind. I don't even bring up that person's name.
Okay.
So, anyway, I got a theme song. You want to hear it, T-Man?
A theme song?
A theme song about Terry's stupid stories and about how well you are, T-Man.
Oh, well, that sounds like something you can't miss out on.
It's the T-Man Show.
Okay.
Terry's 3 stories are very stupid.
Hold on,
and if you think you want to hit her up, we'll bring over Ben, smash her face out. If you have any problems, just hit the T-Man Show at 1-866. It's 663-T-Man is the number. Call Dr. T right now. He wants to hear about your problems. It's the Dr. T-Man Show right now.
Right now?
If you want to talk to Hot Fudge Scott, and you want to slide a cherry on his spot, that's a big one. And hit up Stephen Kilbreath. Bring out a lot of Listerine. The T-Man Show is number 1.
Okay, you know what? That's a song that'll...
That's a new theme song. That's great.
It'll put him over the top to making sure he has his spot secured in the loony bin.
I mean, everybody gets such nice accolades. I mean, Hot Fudge Scott gets a nice cherry on top.
Right.
And Stephen gets some nice scope. But I get
you
a
just
bash.
got bashed.
I got bashed.
Yes.
Bring a bat and bash
Well,
me.
maybe you can ask him for some theme song rewrites, if it really bothers you that much, Terry.
No, well,
it seems like you're terribly moved in a negative way by the John T-Man the Morning Show theme song.
Oh, that's all right.
Is that going to replace me every morning now?
Right. Oh, it is the best song we have.
Boy, someone got a hold of a Casio keyboard at a garage sale this weekend, huh?
Mm-hmm.
A buck, yes.
Mary, good morning. Hello.
Mary, good morning.
Well?
Are we starting that? I forgot.
Yes. You know I got tired of telling people they're on the air, they're on the air, they're on the air, they're on the air.
I know.
So I say her name and she's still not answering. Mary?
Hello.
Hi, Mary.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fine.
What can we do for you this morning, love?
I just wanted to comment on your little statement earlier about women that have children and they leave their man and then they...
Now, Mary, quite contrary. This was not my statement. This was a study that Terry Free, ironically enough, found.
Okay.
Done by the Ohio State University that determined and discovered that women who do not decide to marry their baby's daddies, who decide to try to wait and see if they can find someone better, should be aware that in those instances, they marry someone even worse than the louse, the asshole, that they called baby's dad. Now, are you the exception to the rule also? Do we have all these exceptions calling in, wanting to state their case? Mary?
Well, I wanted to let Terry know that when I met my second husband, I had 4 children, and he didn't have any, and he's 10 years younger than me. And we're just about to celebrate our 21st anniversary.
Oh, Mary.
That's awesome.
Nice.
We have...
So if he's listening right now, why don't you tell him out loud so he can hear it that he's not an asshole? Go ahead, Mary. Let it...
We have two daughters that we're very proud of, and I'm very proud of my older children also. And I just want to let Terry know that life does get better if you wait for the right person to come along.
Well, Terry
and
was...
I met the right person.
Terry was also sharing a success story with us, and believe me, she had perseverance. She waited 20 years for the right person to come along after she got married the first time.
And he's 10 years younger than me.
Ah, you mentioned that, Mary.
Wow. Well, I didn't get that.
Mary?
Mary wants us to think she's still getting it. Okay, we get it.
You did well, Mary. Oh, gee, she's whispering. Something tells me he's tied up and bound for the past 20 years.
Sledgehammer to the ankle coming any second.
She's whispering in his ear right now, Terry.
Yeah.
Mary, thank you for the call. Mary? Mary's gone.
Mary went.
Yes. Mary's got things to do with her husband that you mentioned. He's 10 years younger than her, Terry.
Yes.
Oh.
21st wedding anniversary coming up here.
Yes. And he's 10 years younger than her, too, Terry.
Yeah. Mention that.
Yes. Thank you, Mary. It's good to know you're out there, Mary. 1-866-663-T-Man. Dwayne!
Yeah.
I'm so
Good morning, Dwayne.
unaccustomed to this.
Yes, I am too, Terry. It's something
bizarre.
I promised myself I'd never do. But
Dwayne called?
Yes.
Yeah, God, good deal.
How are you there, Dwayne? This is not working
I
out.
know they still do.
Dwayne? Dwayne? Okay, Dwayne.
If they don't answer their names, we're out of options.
Okay.
Wait, was that the fake name I gave him?
Kara!
My name's right.
Oh, jeez. Kara?
Hello?
Kara?
Kara.
Kara!
Yeah.
How are you, love?
Oh, I'm good.
What can we do for you?
I know.
And what did you do with Dwayne?
What? You thought I was Dwayne?
No, never mind. Go ahead. Yeah,
Let's not confuse the situation.
Okay. Personally, I'm fantastic right now. We're on our way to Cabo San Lucas, but we're
to celebrate John John's vacation?
After 3 months of employment.
Yes.
I just wanted to comment. I don't have any children myself, but we were talking. No, I'm not disappointed. We were talking. You guys have been talking a lot about, babies, daddies, and that sort of thing, and I just want to agree 100% with what you guys are saying, because they do remarry, or the people, if they get remarried, or the next guy that they date is definitely lower quality, in a monetary value.
Carrie did a study of her own, Terry, before she leaves for Cabo San Lucas, apparently. So she is confirming to us that if you want to deny the reality, you're just living in denial. The study is correct by The Ohio State University. Is that what you're saying, Kara?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's correct.
It's
because
correct.
The guys only have to be nice because they were so abused or mistreated by their the baby's daddy, that by the time they actually find someone else, they only have to be nice or decent for that first initial period that they're dating.
So you lower your standard, is what you're saying. The high bar gets lowered pretty much down below the earth.
Well, they're definitely, I wouldn't say below the earth.
Okay.
Lower quality.
Well, what's interesting, though, is I don't know.
Right into the magma.
Kara, I'm glad you took the time to make sure you got those thoughts on the record before you leave for Cabo.
Yeah,
Thank you for the call. Well, I think, Terry, whether you want to believe it or you don't, the study is out there for you to at least to consider.
Sure.
That if you think you are going to leave the prospect of marrying your baby's dad, that's considering that he's even remotely interested in that.
Right.
If you are going to do that because you think you can find somebody better than that schlub that you decided to have sex with on a drunken night, the chances are you're going to wind up marrying someone even worse.
I had Prince Charming for 300.
Well, That money is now ours. Thanks for playing. We have some nice parting gifts for you. Actually, you know what? They're never really that nice. Terry, what else is going on in the world, please?
I got a story here out of Gresham, Oregon. About a 47...
Gresham?
Yes, Gresham, Oregon.
Gresham, Oregon.
Mm-hmm. About a 47-year-old woman who is suing...
Are you familiar with this Gresham, Oregon?
I am familiar with it, yes.
And it would be near...
Portland.
Yeah, it's just right outside of Portland, I believe.
Okay, Gresham, Oregon.
Yes.
Beautiful this time of year.
Really?
I don't never.
Very remote.
Oh, October's their month.
She's suing her doctor for $4 million because he convinced her that he could cure her lower back pain by having sex with her.
Oh.
Now.
And that's why I considered going into the chiropractic field, Terry. Because I thought maybe I'd be able to convince a woman or two that would be the case. You want me to straighten your spine? I mean, I could use this standard medical apparatus, or I could use the Big Johnson here.
Now, the real
Me
kicker...
having sex, it gives them back problems. I think really does the opposite.
The kicker here, too, is that this doctor, by the way, also billed Oregon State Health Plan for $5,000 for the, quote, 45-minute treatment.
So he gave her a medical treatment in his mind of having sex with her, and then he went on ahead with the billing like it was any customary medical visit.
Right.
That's a great doctor, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Apparently he is an osteopath. I don't know exactly what that is. They say it's like kind of like a chiropractor, doctor type person.
Well, at least she got the full 45-minute session out of it, Terry.
Yeah, 45 minutes, hey.
He billed for the time that he gave her.
It's more than most people.
Yeah, most women don't get a 45-minute session, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
apparently you got to visit an osteopath to get a 45-minute session, ladies. Otherwise, you can stay with your lousy boyfriends and get 4 minutes.
Right. Anyway, Oregon State
women out there going 4 minutes.
The state of Oregon has pulled his medical license.
Oh, okay.
They pulled his finger.
Pulled his medical license and have he is.
So apparently that's frowned upon to offer your genitalia as a means to straighten out a woman's back in distress and then bill the
state. Yeah. He was sent to jail for 60 days, and now she is suing him.
She's suing him for $4 million.
Yes.
A cool $4 million.
Cool.
Yes. But she sat there in his office and was willing to accept that as the proper diagnosis and was willing to take it as treatment.
That's what he's claiming, sure.
Something tells me she is not entitled to a dime.
No.
Either she wanted it, or she's so stupid that she's not entitled to a dime. If he was able to sit there and convince her, no, I mean, I could go with the cracking of your back like a typical chiropractor would do. I could offer you some medications that may soothe the pain, or I could bend you over. If she was able to be convinced that that was the proper treatment as advised by this particular doctor, then she is so dumb that she's not entitled to a penny. I'm more apt to think that she wanted it, Terry. And now she wants $4 million too at the end of the day here.
Well, it's for battery, negligence, and intentional and negligent infliction of emotional distress. Whew.
It was consensual. She's a grown adult, correct?
47 years of age.
47-year-old woman, capable of making her own decisions. He did not force himself on her, correct?
Correct.
Okay. There's only two possible scenarios. I gave you them both. In both cases, this woman is not entitled to a dime. If anything, she should have to pay some money to somebody for her treatment.
Yeah, when the guy walks in dressed like one of the village people, holding the double-headed pleaser, and if you're not into it at that point, you should probably leave. I mean, you kind of know, don't you?
Hotshot tends to perk up on those occasions when his doctor walks in and out.
Ooh, my back hurts every day, Doc.
Yes.
Even so, if he was like a freak predator like that, he would have done this before and been in trouble before.
Well, maybe there's got to be a first time for every freak doctor, Stephen, doesn't there?
Sure, right.
Worked the first time. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Unless a whole bunch of other crooked back ladies are going to come out of the woodwork now.
Well, I always question the double-headed pleaser.
No,
I think an osteopath is like natural medicine, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So you can come up
It's
with
kind of like
cockamamie.
chiropractic.
I don't know all those. I have back issues. Everyone does, I guess. Well, I don't have back issues. I'm more of shoulder. People have told me to go to a chiropractor. I don't go to those quacks.
But this is different, though. This is like natural remedies, so it's easier to
they're all a
camouflage
bunch of quacks as far as I'm concerned.
Snake oil they're selling.
Snake oil.
Oh, you step on my back, thanks.
And yet some people swear by their chiropractors.
Right.
And why wouldn't you when he's bending you over like that, Terry, with the double-headed pleaser ready for action?
Well, at least he's no longer able to practice, supposedly.
Well, some women will be very disappointed to hear that, Terry.
Yeah, maybe so.
That is natural medicine that they've been waiting for. Don't you know?
The T-Man.
It's last call for lap dances in Seattle.
Oh, I've heard that too many times in my life, Terry.
Yeah.
It's last call for lap dances in Seattle.
Yeah, this news went down pretty much yesterday, but we haven't had time to really discuss it yet.
Right.
Now's the time.
Whoa.
The city council passed a much-anticipated bill tonight that many say kills the local strip club industry. Q13 Fox News reporter Lowell Deo spoke to the people most affected and joins us live from Lake City.
Well, now, Terry, I got to say, Lodell to the scene.
Yeah.
Gots to love Lodell.
Mark and Christine, the lap dance flap won't be official until the mayor signs it, but already you have got dancers who are promising not to go away without a fight.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
I never want them to go away without a fight, Terry.
I guess not.
5 in favor, 4 against. Bill passes and the chair.
Strippers tell me that.
What's he say? What are these strippers saying? I'm the fearless forecaster? What'd you say?
I don't think that was a stripper, was it?
Oh.
5 in favor, 4 against. Bill passes and the chair.
Strippers tell
Oh, those are the city council people that completely overstepped their bounds and unconstitutionally made a ruling against a business that they cannot operate as the business that they are.
Right.
It's like telling Subway, yeah, you can stay open. Hey, we're not saying you have to close, but you can't serve sandwiches anymore.
Right.
That's basically what they did.
Yeah, good luck.
Telling a business they can't do what their business is all about.
No.
I've never heard of such a thing, Terry.
I understand.
5 in favor, 4 against. Bill passes and the chair.
Strippers tell me that city council vote stripped away their livelihood.
Oh, nice playing words.
Most of my customers have told me if the 4 food does pass, they're not coming back in the club.
Hennessy says true.
Hennessy says, Terry.
Hennessy?
Yeah, not the best stripper name I've ever heard.
No.
And but when you have a city that already had a no drink policy in their strip clubs, you have to come up with names like Hennessy to make people feel like
Right, you're drinking.
they're in a drinking environment.
Give you a little shot of Hennessy.
Yeah! I want more than a little shot, baby.
Just 4 feet away, please.
With the lights on.
Man.
Don't forget that part of this ruling,
that's
Terry.
right.
The lights on policy. All lights illuminated like it's some kind of factory.
That's right.
If the 4-foot rule doesn't drive them away, the lights on rule is the last straw. You can pretty much shut down all the strip clubs in Seattle. It's over. And isn't it ironic that Seattle, which is considered one of the most liberal cities in our country, has the strictest rules already before this vote came down with the no drinking policy, which most major cities do not have. It already had some of the strictest rules amongst strip clubs in America. Now, there'll be no strip clubs in a city that, as I said, considered one of the most liberal. The first step to Seattle becoming Eastern Washington has begun.
Oh, wow. Really?
Whether you acknowledge it or not, Terry.
Most of my customers have told me if the 4 food does pass, they're not coming back in the club.
Hennessy says true. The bill won't padlock where she works.
Padlock.
But the ordinance lifting lighting in clubs, forbidding tips and G-strings, and putting 4 feet between dancers and their customers.
Yeah, they're suggesting now in the lighted strip club, we have to stay 4 feet away from the strippers. You have to put your tips in tip jars.
Nice.
Like it's the Salvation Army. There's going to be a little Santa Claus ringing the bell next year.
Oh, goodness.
Like the coffee shops, feeling tipsy. Stupid little slogans on there. 401k plan.
Right.
Basically does the same thing.
I wouldn't want to buy a dance if I was a customer. Why would I even want to even go in there?
Folks who live by strip clubs love the ruling. They say it'll make our town safer.
I'm a family woman and I have 3 children. The last thing I want is that attracting more people in here that shouldn't be here.
Right, because Lake City was so beautiful otherwise, Terry.
Right. That's right.
Aside from the strip clubs, Lake City was a paradise.
It's not like they're new.
Lake City's the bunghole of Seattle.
Oh, my God.
Ours is the mayor of the bunghole.
It makes sense, doesn't it? God, it's all coming together finally.
Hard to argue, Terry.
Oh, my gosh.
And Lake City was the bunghole of Seattle. Needed a good wipe, too.
Well, it got its way.
Now it got it, yes.
3 children. The last thing I want is that attracting more people in here that shouldn't be here.
Right.
I don't have any other options.
This dancer we're calling Ann says it'll kick her out of college.
It will also require me to work about 50 hours a week, 2 jobs, which is what I was doing before, I'm not going to be able to go to school.
Well, Terry, I'm, as you can tell, very angered, annoyed, bothered, frustrated by this, and not because I get my strip dance club thing on every week at this point in my life. Just any bully that comes in and tries to run a business out of town, it's going to bother me, Terry. Now, this one is more, I'll be honest, I'm more partial to strip clubs than the average person. I think they're a nice little outlet for relaxation therapy. I don't think they're hurting anybody.
All right.
Okay? So if I'm trying to, if you're getting the sense that I'm trying to say I would do the same reaction for any business, to some degree, yes, but in reality, yeah, the strip club I'm more partial to than the average person, okay? However, with this unfortunate situation that has happened to the strip club owners being bullied like this, and more importantly, the strippers, Terry, who are just trying to put themselves through college.
Right, they are, right?
I am feeling rather sensitive to this morning. We're going to have to do something about this. We're going to have to do our T-Man part in trying to assist them. Now, I don't know what that is necessarily.
Okay.
I'm working on that as we speak. The wheels are turning, Terry.
Is that what that sound is?
That's what you're smelling, the wood burning, yes, David. Maybe we have to offer a job here at the station to one of the outgoing, soon-to-be unemployed strippers. Yes, Terry, it's the least we can do.
Oh, why not Hennessy?
Well, Terry,
a little...
and I'm not just talking about some menial job here. We have to, like the account executives here, what do they make, about $200,000 a piece?
Wow. Whoa.
They make it bank. Are you kidding me?
No,
selling the radio time?
Sure. They make great money, yes.
The advertisements on this show alone, $500 for a 60-second spot. You don't think they're cashing in cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching?
Yeah, I know. I agree.
Well, whether they like it or not around here, they have to hire a stripper. And we're going to have, we'll call it apprentice stripper.
Apprentice stripper.
Or apprentice.
That shouldn't be a big deal. I mean, there's a station here that kind of does that anyway.
And there's room for a new account executive, right?
Sure.
I don't like have to check with the sales manager or anything, do I, Steven?
Probably not. I think the sales manager would be all for it.
Right.
Sure.
Well, the reality is...
Maybe I'd get an appearance out of her.
Wow.
the new hire.
Not with that attitude.
Ouch.
That's not going to happen. Anyhow.
Never available, Stephen.
No miracles is that big, Stephen.
Right, okay.
Anyhow.
Always busy.
Stephen gets very annoyed that Terry Free gets a lot of appearance.
No, lately it's been the hot fudge
hot
over
fudge.
here. Hot fudge.
You want
with
to talk
cherry
about
on
now I'm the
top.
man.
Terry's got her iPod Nanos, and Terry has her appearances, and Hot Fudge Scott gets his appearances by account executives that come to him asking him to be the drive-through teller or whatever you call that person.
After he tells me Powers turned it down. Thanks.
Right. That's usually how I get things, too.
Stephen doesn't get offered anything, and he's rather annoyed by it. So
I'm over it now. By now, I can just joke about it with you guys.
Of course.
Sure, jokey joke.
But my point is, as far as a sales manager is concerned, you can hire as many account executives as you want because they work on commission, right?
Right.
So why isn't this place overrun by account executives? Because they're all chasing after one cookie?
Yep.
Well, the cookie's going to have to be divvied up with a new stripper because I have to do my part, Terry.
Okay.
And I can't just sit around letting all these out-of-work strippers just float around looking for their next meal, Terry.
True.
We got to hire one of them in one of the greatest jobs you could possibly get, I guess.
Well, you kind of have to be really good at marketing the radio programs and everything, don't you?
No, you don't. You just have to look good and sell the time.
Well,
let's face it, the AEs here can use a physical makeover as a group.
Oh.
Wow.
There go my appearances.
Yes, they
but
do.
not the most handsome group you ever saw.
That was Hot Fudge Scott.
Right.
And now Stephen is going to get some appearance.
I think you're all beautiful.
What?
Well, I'm just wondering. I'm going to do something. I don't know what it is, Terry.
Okay.
But I'm going to do something to acknowledge that we can't just look the other way at all these scholastic-driven strippers, Terry, and that's what they all are. Mm-hmm. All motivated by wanting to put themselves through school, Terry.
Sure.
We can't look the other way at the fact that they now are going to be without their counted-on income.
Right.
I'm going to take what their income was and multiply it.
So you're taking applications now.
I'm not saying I'm taking applications yet. I'm just thinking this through, Terry. I'm just thinking it through. I think things out loud, and apprentice strip.
Apprentice strip.
Where we see these ladies come down, we interview them, we hire the best person for the job.
Ah, there you go.
Is something that I'm working on right now in my head, whether we do it or not. I mean, there's been a lot of things I've been talking out loud about through the years that we've never done. But I'm going to do something. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Whether it's apprentice or not, I don't know.
This will make the sales crew weekly trip to Ocean Shores sure fun for them.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you this.
The learn how to breathe meetings.
The more I talk about apprentice, Terry, the more I like the idea.
Well, there you go.
Now, I'm wondering out there how many out-of-work strippers would find the idea of being in a job selling radio time appealing. Maybe they wouldn't.
Well,
it's about the same job.
About the same job they've been doing for the past number of months and years.
Just a little bit different hours, though. They do have to,
that's true.
I mean, that's a big adjustment.
And if you're gonna
Daytime hours?
If you're going to do a job with the lights on, maybe some of our account executives do their job with the lights off. I don't know. But Hot Fudge said that.
Who's the cousin of Hot Shot, by the way?
Right.
Don't take it out on him.
Hot Fudge will be getting appearances. That's the thing.
All I'm saying is I'm going to think this through.
Okay.
In the meantime, let's listen to more of Lowell Dale.
This dancer recalling Ann says it'll kick her out of college.
It will also...
What did he say? Recalling Ann?
We're calling
Ann.
her.
Oh, we're calling Ann. I got it. I'm sorry.
You don't speak Lowell?
I don't speak Lowell Dale.
This dancer recalling Ann says it'll kick her out of college.
It will also require me to work about...
I thought that was her stripper name, Recalling Ann. That's like a subliminal thing. Yeah, I want to recall Ann to the maid.
She's not a horse. It's like a horse name.
This dancer recalling Ann says it'll kick her out of college.
It will also require me to work about 50 hours a week, 2 jobs, which is what I was doing before. I'm not going to be able to go to school.
Bob Davis forced this fight when he sued to overturn Seattle's 17-year stall against new clubs.
That kind of backfired, didn't it, Bobby?
His court victory to open a club now smells like a defeat.
We'll look somewhere else.
Don't use the word smells in this report, please, Lowell Dale. Is that okay? Is that too much to ask?
4 feet.
Another state, probably. Hennessy promises she won't go away that easily.
If I end up losing money, most likely I'm going to end up suing the city of Seattle.
A lot of strippers are lining up to sue the city of Seattle, Terry.
Wow.
Yeah, well.
Court TV was never more important than now.
Now, again, the bill will not become law until the mayor signs it. He has got 10 days from now to do it, and he says he will. And that means the strict strip club rules won't take effect for 6 months. Reporting live from Lake City, Lowell Dale, Q13.
Oh, we got
make a mad dash.
We got 6 months.
That's right.
Huh.
Pack the strip clubs now and touch all you can.
Wow, Terry, you say so.
Well, I mean, you got 6 months, right?
Maybe Ann should take this 6 months to save up for her college.
Yeah, maybe she should.
You're on the air. Want some reaction? 1-866-663-T-Man. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
I'm calling because I'm tired of the strippers being babies, sir.
Being babies?
Yes, because I used to be one.
Okay, used to be a stripper, yes.
I'm sorry?
You used to be a stripper?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And now I work for Microsoft. And I'm calling because I listened to that girl say she can't pay for her college. Well, I think it's about the lifestyle because, yeah, if you want to drive a Benz, you're not going to be able to go to college. You know what I mean? Pick and choose. But I put myself through college before I danced. I paid my own way, and I got scholarships. So
you want us to understand that you got a college degree and then decided to go into the field of stripping?
I did it at the same time.
All right, so maybe it helped you get yourself through college. Isn't that fair to say?
No. I did it at the same time as I was working. I already had my degree.
Oh, okay.
You had your college degree, and then you started stripping. That was my first question.
I had a college degree. I got a job at Microsoft. I still work there, but on my vacations, I get to go for a month, and the clubs pay for you to go where you want. I've been to Texas, New York, Miami, and Guam.
Oh, so you're still stripping part-time?
Yeah, but it's only it's a month at a time. They pay for you to go down there and you do your thing, and then you come home and go back to work.
Go back to Microsoft, yeah. And make great software. So,
So different than the daily grind, though.
You are telling all the strippers that are whining about this that they're being babies, not being sensitive to a field that you were very much a part of at some point and you're still connected to.
I just feel like everybody else has to work hard for what they have. You know what I mean? If that means working at McDonald's, put yourself through college or whatever it is, you wouldn't be the first one that did it.
Right.
So they should take their lumps, stop crying like babies, pick themselves up, and find a new job.
Indeed.
I don't agree. I say fight the fight.
Well, I mean...
It's what they do.
Yeah, that's true.
It's what they do, but they're capable of doing other things.
Right.
It's not like it's their only talent.
I mean, we're all capable, but we don't want it. They don't want to.
Right.
Well, and since they don't want
They
to, they
shouldn't
are
have
going
to.
to. Well, but like she's saying, fine, go ahead and be a stripper, but understand if you want this high class lifestyle and make all this money, you are going to have to put up with certain things. Or like she does, she went out and got a regular job. She still strips, when she gets a month off, but she goes elsewhere. So she's.
What if your fellow employees find out, like they bump into you in, where does she say she goes?
Texas, right?
Guam, Texas.
Yeah, when they fly you into Guam for the big month, what if you bump into one of your coworkers? You going to be very honest in who you are or what?
That's why I go away instead of here.
Well, a lot of Microsoft employees, they love to vacation in Guam. Never know, it's only a matter of time, honey. Before you're outed.
Right? No,
And then you're interviewed by Lowell Dale. It's all over for you.
The T-Man.
Prohibited. It's 8:53 now at Cube 93. Good morning. I'm Stephen Kilbreth. Time for your news update. State Patrol troopers say a man shot himself to death in Olympia after a chase down I-5. The chase began near Fort Lewis. Investigators say he shot himself shortly after the car came to a stop near the Slater-Kinney interchange. Everything is cleared off the roadway now, although it was closed for several hours earlier this morning. A 24-year-old Seattle man who led police on a chase through east side suburbs could be in court today facing a number of charges. Police say he broke into homes yesterday in Bellevue, stole 2 cars in a chase through Woodinville, Bothell, and Kirkland. It ended when police trapped the car near Kirkland Junior High. No one was seriously hurt. The chief administrative officer for Kent has resigned while police investigate his involvement in a hit-and-run crash. Mike Martin is accused of leaving the scene of an accident. Martin will receive 6 months of severance pay. In sports, the baseball playoffs began yesterday. The Yankees, the White Sox, the Cardinals all won their game ones. Forward Reggie Evans has signed a 1-year deal with the Sonics, rejoining the team that he started 79 games for last season. Chance of rain early, then some showers later. Highs will be in the mid-50s to the lower 60s. That's your news update on Seattle's #1 hit music station, Cube 93.
The text page is Terry. The text page is rolling at 97373. Don't you know? Yes, right. 97373. Hey, T-Man. Somebody writes at 8:45 and 54 seconds. Why don't you give one of the dancers a job at Sport Restaurant and Bar, conveniently located across the street from the Space Needle? I'm glad people have gotten that message. Yes,
that's not a bad idea.
I think if they really wanted to make serious bank, Terry, my first thought of having a job made available here is that people don't realize how much these account executives, these salespeople, these folks that sell air, they sell air, Terry. One of the easiest commodities to get a hold of. They sell air, and they make bank. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. You don't notice the cars they're driving?
No, I do.
Okay.
I do. I see it.
Mm-hmm. Look at Hotshot going, oh, maybe I have to get a job.
I think I'm in.
I know.
Yes.
You have to be here past 10, though, you realize.
And you have to wear a suit, which, the sweatpant thing, yeah.
Back to Spaghetti Factory.
Oh, geez. Anyhow. Let's see what else we have here. Something about Nazis I don't think I should read.
Wow, no.
840. How about you call it Strip Prentice? You know what? Leave the creativity to us. 8:41 and 24 seconds. Stevens the Man.
Wow.
Wow.
And...
There's nothing more.
Oh, whoa, come on.
Nothing but a mere exclamation point, and that's it.
He wants
Doesn't
to call
say
him
gay
that.
man? Are you sure you want to read it again?
It's shocking to see in print, but there it is. Wow. Stevens the Man.
Oh, his name's even misspelled. Boy, it was this close. This close, Stephen.
No, maybe it's somebody else.
No, Steven spells his name with a V, right?
No.
With a PH?
Oh,
that's
my
right.
gosh.
Thanks for recognizing that after all this time.
Stephen, yes, Stephen. Steph. We'll call him Steph for short.
That's
okay.
Fine.
Steph Breath.
8:40 and 25 seconds. Somebody writes, why don't you start a stripper college fund, T-Man?
Oh.
I'm working on bigger and better ideas. Having women come down here in their business suits, Terry?
Sure.
Just got to talk to the sales director.
Okay.
And tell her the way it's going to be.
Huh?
But we have other stuff we got on the burner. I got a big announcement to make this week, Terry.
Yeah.
Today's Wednesday. That means by the end of the week, I have a T-Man announcement to make.
Wow.
Not as major as this text page that reads at 8:40 and 9 seconds. My ass is burning with the fury of 1,000 suns.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm. Unless a good morning, move to the 360. I don't think it's your gayest of phonist operators.
Where is the unemployed one these days?
8:40 in 1 second. Somebody writes, I'll sign the petition right now to get rid of the 4-foot rule. Where do I sign? Well, there isn't one, and I don't think there's going to be one, if that'll do any good. But I'm glad you're passionate, sir, I guess. Let's 8:39. The rules at my church are less restrictive than the strip clubs.
That's funny.
8:39 at 7 seconds. My ass burns with the fury of 1,000 suns.
Again?
Wow, still?
Jeez.
8:37 and 5 seconds. My ass burns with the fury of 1,000 suns.
Whoa.
8:28 and 30 seconds. Since there is no fun strip clubs that are going to be in the area anymore, I have extra dollars to offer Terry to pay for the wizard sleeve. To see the wizard sleeve.
Oh, to see just to see.
Yes. Oh, you're no longer interested?
No,
yeah.
I wasn't interested in the beginning. But.
So you say.
That part of the wizard sleeve hung up a long time ago.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Mary, okay. John.
I'll read the second half of that one after during the break.
I should probably read these during the break, yes. How do you open? Okay. Is John a chick? Stephen kill a Big Mac.
Is that his new
Never
name?
eaten a Big Mac.
These text pages aren't making the cut today, Terry.
Oh.
Please tell me away I can stop feeding Grandma the bacon in the bathtub. What is the... I don't even know what that means.
Wow, that sounds pretty weird.
Please tell me away I can stop feeding Grandma the bacon in the bathtub. Any thoughts, Stephen?
Well, I can imagine he just doesn't want to do that anymore.
Did Pasty get to go to Vegas yet to see the Blue Man Group?
He goes this weekend.
This weekend, yeah.
Does he need a crazy date?
Sure, his will cancel, so yes.
Pasty, that's this weekend?
Yes, that's
You're all packed and ready to go?
Not yet.
You're excited? Pasty Dave at the Venetian is outside of the big neon lights at the Venetian right now. That Pasty Dave will be there from October 9th to October 11th or whatever it is.
I'm pretty sure I'm not on the reader board, but yeah, I'm very excited. Very excited to be going down.
Right under the name Paul Reiser.
Right.
Says Pasty Dave.
Couldn't even beat him out, huh? Louis Anderson, top billing.
Right.
Yakov Smirnoff, second.
Oh.
8:08 and 42 seconds. Damn those Satanists. 8:07 and 53 seconds. Wiccan Chicks rock.
Oh, hey.
Ew. Okay. All right. Well, Terry, as I continue to read through some text pages, and they continue to roll in, by the way, at 97373, don't you know? Why don't you give us another story? What do you have there?
In Wisconsin, the father of the quarterback/kicker of the Merrill High School football team spent the weekend in jail.
Listen to what Ryan writes, by the way. What are you doing this weekend, She-Man? Or, I'm sorry, T-Man.
Oh, wow.
Wow, he's calling you
Is that
out.
nice? Is that necessary, Terry?
Jeez, I don't know, She-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you never heard that, huh?
Right.
I never did hear that one. That's
Really?
why I'm reading it, yeah. I've heard T-Bag. I've heard all kinds of stuff. Never She-Man.
Teabag.
Fair of all,
Not the
except
kind you put in hot
I've
water.
never heard She-Man.
Wow, well, now you have.
Well, yes. All right, go ahead, Terry.
Anyways, he spent the weekend in jail and is
How's it feel?
facing the father of the quarterback
Right.
/ kicker of the Merrill High School team,
Mm-hmm,
football team. Because apparently he punched a student in the face who ran onto the field during a game.
Okay, well, parents are out of control at sporting events, Terry. We've heard that now for many years. This is just another instance, no biggie. You're on the air. Hello. Herman. Is your name Herman?
Yeah.
Herman, good morning.
Hey. Hey, T-Man.
I'm sure that's your real name, because if it really was, you would choose another name to go on the air with. Go ahead, Herman.
Yeah, I'm from Baltimore, man, and they got a red light district there, and it's like 4 blocks of nothing but clubs. There's no 4-foot rule. They serve alcohol. Everybody has a good time. The police stop in and watch every now and then. The mayor's office is across the street.
Well, your mayor does crack there in Baltimore, doesn't he?
Huh?
Oh, that's in D.C. All right, well, close enough.
Right, they're neighbors.
Yes.
You know, I don't know why they're being so paranoid. They could be getting revenue from this whole thing, you know?
Yeah, it's amazing. A 4-foot rule would be laughed at in just about every city in the country, Terry. The fact that we had strip bars with no alcohol, didn't that serve a nice purpose? Wasn't it a nice ruly crowd, wasn't it, Terry?
Sure.
Well, not good enough.
And that was our penance enough. Boy, we take our lumps and move on.
Randy, good morning.
This is just...
I don't know if we're going to have it last, Terry, but it's working a little bit in that I don't have to keep telling people they're on the air. Like Randy.
I've said his name twice now.
See, it's working, Terry. Randy? Randy.
Hello?
Oh, yes, Randy.
Well,
You mean me, Randy, or another Randy? Go ahead, Randy.
my name is Brandy.
Oh, Brandy.
Maybe.
Well,
This is why you don't do that now.
Okay.
Casey Dave can't get it right.
Brandy. Yes, go ahead, Brandy.
Well, T-Man, my question is, do dreams affect somebody's fantasy?
Do dreams affect one's fantasies? Sounds like a trick question.
I know it does.
Why do you ask? What are you getting at here?
Because my fiance, he had a dream that about my friend that he was having sex with my friend in the dark, and he didn't know that was me.
Well, at least it was in the dark. Now, he told you about this? He was willing to just voluntarily offer you this information?
Yeah.
All right, now that's more interesting as to why he would be motivated to do that. Is he trying to weasel out of this this upcoming wedding you guys have planned? Is he trying to start fights? What is he doing here? No guy just perks up and tells his fiance, unless he's looking for trouble, that I had a dream about having sex with your best friend. Why would you do that? All guys have that fantasy. All guys have that dream. No guy tells their girl about it. So why is he doing that?
I do not know.
If any girl out there has a remotely attractive best friend, every guy has thought about what it would be like to have sex with that woman.
Okay.
So why, is the question, did this guy decide voluntarily to share that information with his girlfriend? What does that mean? To me, that means he's looking to pick a fight with you to kind of weasel out of an engaged situation that he no longer wants to be a part of. Ooh. Oh, do you guys have a date set for the wedding?
After college.
After college. I love that
When's
date.
that?
We haven't
10
even enrolled
years
yet.
from now?
Never enrolled ever.
Are you in college?
Yes.
And how is that working out?
Very good.
So either fail his classes voluntarily or tell the information about the best friend to get himself out of the situation that he wishes he never got into.
Wow.
So what did you say when he told you he had a dream about him having sex with your best friend with the lights off?
Because he said that he thought it was me.
Then all of a sudden the lights came on and it was your best friend?
Yeah.
And that'd be really cool if it was actually a true story.
So I take it because she asked the question, do your dreams affect your fantasies? Is she thinking that that's what he wants to do?
Well, he kind of insecure about a lot of things. So when I have dreams, he always asks if I'm having a dream about another dude or something.
If all your dreams could come true, Terry. Having sex with Angela's best friend, but wait a minute, her best friend is me, the lights come on, I'm just going, because I'm her best friend, Terry.
Yes, I'm sure
What
you
choice does she have for a best friend aside from me, Terry?
Your spouse should be your best friend.
Brandy. Brandy. What's the deal here now? What do we want to do with this situation?
Well, I just was wondering if, have you ever had a dream about that and your wife was upset?
Have I ever had a dream about, I'll be honest, my wife was a member of the Seagulls, a relatively attractive group from time to time, Terry.
Sure enough.
You get together at that big Seagull dinner, and a thought or two starts to creep into your head about what it'd be like to be up against the wall plowing that one over there.
Wow.
You guys have dinner at Sea Galley?
Sea Galley.
They've got crab legs.
These are the kind of things you don't necessarily have to share because there's nothing dangerous. There's nothing wrong with thoughts. Thoughts are very free, Terry. They're very realistic. They're very harmless.
Right.
All right. People get all concerned about thoughts. Actions are what are trouble. So if you don't allow your thoughts, I never found a way to master this, to carry over to actions, Terry, well, then you're not going to have any troubles.
Okay.
So what's the big deal? So he thought about having sex with your best friend. Are you concerned now that he's going to do it? Probably would if he could.
Well, I understand. Thanks, T-Man.
All right, whatever.
Glad we can help.
Another immature couple out there, Terry, fighting over something stupid. And no better place to get advice from than a very immature T-Man. To break it down for you.
Right.
Lord, what does he want?
He's a gay phone operator. He's so gay. He's so phone operator. And now, here's Gay. A good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, Gay.
I'm just checking in.
Oh, actually, wait a minute. They're both on the line, Terry. So let me stop the music. Start over. Play them together simultaneously.
And now,
I can't play them together?
Should be rockers worldwide. Carrying size
Can't do it.
from Tacoma to Everett and every city in between. President of the blue collar workers, even though he wears a tank top, here's Dump Truck Guy.
Crushes the fag.
Oh, wow. His theme.
Crushes hard.
The exact words, in case you missed them, my theme crushes the fag.
Wow. Damn right.
Wow.
Gay, were you aware? Oh, jeez. Were you aware, gay phone operator, that the Dump Truck Guy theme crushes yours that has been labeled as the fag theme?
That's fine. He wants to get on top. I don't care.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, whatever. I ain't got a 15-foot ladder to climb up that hill.
Oh, yeah.
You'd enjoy sliding down it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's probably some butter on it, I'm sure.
Wow.
Come on for a ride, big boy.
Oh, jeez.
And grab for some cheese on the way down.
Wow. Now, Dumpy, I know you didn't ask to be put on with gay phone operator, so why don't we give you your time, then we'll have Gay's moment to speak. What's on your mind this morning, Dump Truck Guy?
Why do I always have to be last?
Oh, jeez.
Shut the hell up! You shut the hell up, breeder. Breeder. Yeah, I'll breed right in your freaking eye.
Oh, you know, this is getting a little too intimate for me, Terry. Now, if they want a private chat room to finish this conversation in.
No, I don't.
Okay, Dumpy, Gay seems to have a real issue with you going first. Do you have a problem with him going first, and then we'll wait and hear what you have to say, or do you want to continue on? It's up to you.
I'm just going to continue on. He can wait. He's got nothing to do. He's sitting on his couch. He ain't got nothing planned for the day. So that's I'm laying in bed naked thinking about it.
Oh, my God.
But Dumpy, Gay, Dumpy makes a good point. You have nothing to do. He has work issues to get to, so let him speak first, then he can move on with his day, and then it'll be your time. You agree or no?
Sure, why not? Indeed.
But we'll keep
I just got a comment about the strip clubs. All you got to do is just go 40 minutes south, man, wide open.
That is true. I mean, it's not like there aren't strip clubs in the surrounding areas. However, I wonder if they're going to now follow suit. And should you have to drive 40 minutes to to other strip clubs that may be available that I'm not familiar with outside of Seattle?
Well, shit, if it ain't Seattle, you got no choice, man. It's better than go like Oregon or something.
Is Honey's covered in this Seattle shutdown of the strip club thing?
I was going to ask you about Sugars.
Sugars?
Where's that?
Honey's.
Oh.
Maybe I was thinking of Sugars.
Yeah, Sugars is the one by the Drift On In, right?
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, they never opened one.
They can't even get us to stop smoking at Tacoma.
Believe me, I've checked.
Do pull that crap, so I don't think it's going to happen, man.
You don't think it's going to pay? You think after all that's gone down and it'll get shut down, it'll be shot down by some constitutionalist that comes in and fights it, or what?
That whole freaking strip, man, it's full of prostitutes. I mean, it's just so goddamn obvious. It's not even funny.
Oh,
the
in
cops
Tacoma?
don't do crap about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was going to comment on the Constitution, because Dumpy is our constitutional expert, Terry.
Yes, I know.
And if he knows from Amendment number 4 compared to Amendment number 2 and all the others, he would be able to comment better than anyone else. Dump Truck Guy.
Yes, sir.
So you're thinking it's not that big a deal?
No, I'm thinking Fox is just going to build a bigger parking lot and just pack them in. That's the way it goes, man. All them chicks, they all drive hot cars or whatever. I got to pass the place every day, so.
Well, Well, I mean, he does make a good point. Not only do you still have Tacoma, but I mean, strip clubs could, if that's the case, they could open up in Kirkland and...
No, the same laws or some kind of strict laws apply on the east side, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's why there hasn't been any strip clubs.
Oh, I didn't know that.
In our neck of the woods.
They tried like 10 years ago. The lawmakers off, man. When you come down south, we're all broke bastards, so it don't happen, man.
Because dump truck guy passes by Fox's every day.
Yeah, right. It's right on my way home.
He just waves to it.
It's freaking packed every time I go by there, too.
Continues on his journey, Terry. He never stops to ask for directions.
Never, because he knows where he's going.
He knows where he's going.
Yes.
Get a 99-cent burger at Frugal's and then hit Fox's.
Plus, there probably ain't no parking anyway, man. I'm telling you, it's wall-to-wall cars every day.
Well, your wife wants me doing a good job then.
What did he say?
A low.
What did he say? I couldn't hear him.
A low little wifey blow.
I don't know if we want
literally.
to go there.
Dump truck guy, in case you need to hear the comment again, maybe you'd be better off just pretending he never said it. You don't need to hear what he said, and we'll just move on with our day. You want that option?
All right. Yeah, he trashed my wife. She's always nice to him. Maybe she got crap on his face next time she sees him.
Oh, jeez, like I saw in the uncut version of Team America.
Really? Oh,
yeah, but them homos are into that.
Gay phone operator made a reference to the parking lot being so filled because your wife is doing such an admirable job as a stripper at Fox's.
No, my wife don't strip there.
Huh?
She has a real job, unlike him.
Mm-hmm.
He just sits on his fat ass all day long and does nothing.
Wow.
And I still get paid. It's great.
Yeah, wait for about another month until you want to kill yourself again, because it doesn't matter, because woe is me and I don't have money to live. And
no, I got a ways to go. I'm doing good.
Donate to my cool, stupid website.
I even have savings now, so it's okay.
How long?
It runs out, bud. Trust me.
How long do you get unemployment for this time around there, Gay?
13 weeks.
13 weeks. That's about...
Hey, man, well, give him about two and a half months. He ain't going to have crap.
And then he applies for the extensions, Terry.
Oh, yeah. Then you're going to get your...
Because you know Gay loves the extension.
Crap on your computer. It don't matter anymore.
No, I'm doing good. I'm doing really good.
So you're saying you have savings now, Gay? You're in the black?
Wow.
I have savings.
And last you checked, your bank book there, what would be the numbers as far as that savings is concerned, if you don't mind sharing that personal bit of information? We're just curious.
Not a lot.
Is it a triple-digit figure?
What?
$126.43.
Oh, he nailed it! Gay, is it a figure bigger than what Dumpy suggested?
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I've got enough for a month's rent. So
that's it?
Yeah, that's it. I didn't have savings before, and I'm not spending money like crazy.
What happens after a month?
Yeah.
Then I should have a job by then.
You should. Best case scenario.
Sure.
Yes, maybe it's being a waitress at Fox's. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
They really have 99-cent hamburgers there, Stephen?
Yeah, Frugal's. It's great.
Whose phone is ringing there?
That is the gay one.
The gay one?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can't call him gay phone operator. The gay one, Terry.
The gay one.
A gay one.
I think it's John because the number's blocked.
Why don't you pick it up and find out?
If it rings again, I will.
Well, if you need to talk to John, we can make that easier for you.
It's a tear drill! A big fat ass is always breaking through the wall.
Okay.
A terror drill. Nice.
A what drill?
Terror
drill.
Yeah.
There's a big fat ass doing something.
I see.
I think we know who he's talking about.
Okay.
So it's terrorizing everybody.
Wow. I'm glad you guys have it all figured out. Dumpy.
They have the escape route ready, though.
Have a great dump truck guy day.
All right, brother. You too, man. Have a good one.
There he is. Now, Gay?
Yes, sir.
I told you you'd have your opportunity to say whatever's on your so-called mind, so here's your chance.
I'm just checking in. I'm still sick. I just
Still sick. You enjoy being sick because...
I don't enjoy being sick.
You like the raspy voice.
No, I get tired of it.
He thinks it sounds sexy when he talks to the Greek.
When you talk on your little chat lines, you sound a little sexier than you do with your typical effeminate voice, which you don't believe you have.
No, I don't.
You think your voice sounds as masculine as any guy.
No, I never said that.
Well, if it's not as masculine as the average guy, then it would be a tad effeminate. Wouldn't you agree?
It's not a tad effeminate. No.
It's not a tad.
Let's go over this again. If you don't believe that your voice is as masculine as the average guy, then it would have to lean towards a tad effeminate. True or not true?
It can be sometimes a little high.
A little
you want
high.
me to answer this?
Go ahead, yes. Answer the phone.
Hello?
It's John with his Casio.
Ferry bitch.
What?
He says ferry boat, ferry bitch.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we heard that. He obviously definitely got a Casio at some very cheap garage sale this weekend, Terry.
God.
And he is going to use it to the fullest extent.
Yeah.
All right, where were we, Gay?
Checking in.
Yeah, my voice.
Oh, yeah, your voice.
Little high at
very
times.
Masculine.
I didn't say it was very masculine, but yes, it is a little bit higher than normal for a guy.
How would you describe your voice?
Except for right now.
Average male voice?
It's a little higher than an average male voice.
I don't know if it's the highness of it. It's the
gayness.
It's the inflections.
Yes, the inflection, exactly.
The inflections that promote the gayness. You don't pick up on that?
How am I supposed to control that?
Well, I'm not saying you're supposed to control it. I just want you to acknowledge
Why do you
it.
have to be a dick about it and say that?
I don't think I'm being a dick by just saying you have a gayer sounding voice than the average man. You should be proud of your gayness. Why do you deny it?
Because I'm not proud of being gay. There's nothing to be proud of.
That's the wrong attitude from your perspective.
No,
now, from our
I just think
perspective, it's the right
ridiculous.
attitude.
I happen to be gay. That's a small part of me.
Well,
okay, I'm also a nice guy. I'm a
Not
good
really.
person.
Not really.
No, you're not.
You're
Yes,
a bad
I
person,
am.
and you're a
Friendly
mean
bottom.
guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and yes, I am a cute chubby bottom.
And your gayness is not a small part of who you are. It's pretty much the centerpiece.
It defines you.
Yeah, when you say you happen to be gay, that means it happened like by accident.
I didn't choose it, you ass.
I agree with that. I don't think he chose to be gay. I think it was wired into him, and he's running with who he is. But it definitely is a centerpiece of who you are.
I mean, it affects a lot of things that I do, yeah.
All right, whatever. We could talk about this gayness all morning long, but I'd rather not.
boy, his voice changed rather quickly, though. It's no more longer. Very low.
The more I talk, the more it gets better. I mean, I'm not controlling that at all. I'm sick.
You think you'd have a great voice then with all the chat line stuff, right?
That has nothing to do with it.
Oh, man.
I'm not like calling the challenge. Hey, yeah, where will I get with you? No, I don't do that.
I just want you to acknowledge before we move on that your voice has gayer inflections than pretty much every guy out there.
No,
That's
I don't
not
agree
gay.
with that.
You don't agree with that?
No, not every guy out there.
That's not gay.
That's not, whatever.
Some gay men have similar inflections, but you have those very customary gay inflections.
Dumpy has no inflections like that.
Now, a lot of gay men don't have those inflections, but you happen to have those
thank
gay
you
inflections.
so much.
Do you
Yeah.
agree or disagree? Why does this bother you so much?
Because I don't like that.
Well, you should be more proud of who you are.
There's nothing I can do about it.
You should embrace it. Be
No.
proud. If I was gay, I'd be proud.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would. If I was gay, I'd always be proud of who I am. If I was gay, I'd be the proudest gay man ever.
Whatever, you closeted
Heavens,
homo.
I would never be a closet homo. If I was gay, I would be not only acknowledging, I'd be so out there it'd be ridiculous. It'd be embarrassing to everyone I ever knew.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Well, that's the way it'd be with me. I would never hide. I happen to love women to a fault.
And you can tell by the inflection in your voice.
That's how I'm wired. But I wouldn't hide. I wouldn't deny it. I wouldn't be unproud. I'd be proud. Thank heavens I'm not.
I don't
But I'd be
deny
proud.
that I'm gay. I just don't, it's not.
You said you're not proud. That's bad.
That's sad.
Sad.
That's not sad.
That is sad.
That isn't sad.
Anyone who says they're not proud of who they are, I'd feel sad for. It doesn't matter about the gay topic. It's about anybody who's not proud of who they are.
It has nothing to do with being gay.
You're right. It has nothing to do with being gay. It's
No, so
having
if
to
I
do
don't
with...
like myself for who I am, that's different than not being proud because I'm gay.
You said very specifically you're not proud of being gay, and that's a big part of who you
I'm
are.
proud of being gay. That's just what I am.
All right, you take it up with your social group. All right? I'm done saying my part.
We love you, gay.
All right?
That's why I have gay pride, which is a word from proud.
Yeah, and you fraudulently show up to those gay pride parades.
I didn't go last year.
Giving people
I
the
never
impression
went
that you're
before.
proud because the theme of the gay pride parade is pride.
Oh, that's right.
You're a fraud in every way, shape, and form.
Fine.
Maybe they're overweight inflections.
Then how come you don't have them, Stephen?
Wow.
Oh, no, he has those. He has plenty of those.
I'm going to sign a bill for a 4-foot rule for Fat Burger for Steven.
The T-Man. Power. Eric Powers to the people.
Hi, Terry.
Yes, Stephen.
As they used to say when I listened to the Morning Zoo back in New York, we're running late but sounding great.
Really? They said that?
We are?
Yeah, it's really
Atrocity, man.
I used to thought that was the best radio back then. Anyhow, we are running late. It sounded great, but or at least half of it. Let's see here. Let me read a couple of text pages before we check you out of this joint. 9:29 and 21 seconds. Somebody writes, "A tad effeminate, my ass. Gay phone operator just sounds like a bitch."
Wow.
Well.
That was immediately followed by 9:28 and 16 seconds. "I happen to like gay phone operators, so leave him alone, T-Man, you asshole."
Wow. They just bitch slapped
We
you
know
back.
it's not a family member. Wonder who that was.
Someone from the 425 is a big gay phone operator fan and wants me to leave him alone. I don't know what I did to him, Terry, aside from just having a conversation the way I conversate. I guess that alone makes me an a-hole.
Right.
Let's see here. What else do we need to read here? I'm going to make the new honeys out of my house. Somebody writes. Isn't that very interesting? Gays ass a sorry.
I'm going to read them first.
Can you refer me to a good back specialist? I guess that's in reference to your earlier story,
Yes,
Terry.
about the osteopath getting in trouble.
Okay. Here's the man. Terry's a bunt.
Oh, that's nice. Nothing new. Proud to be one, thanks.
9:13, 35 seconds. Could Terry say Travis? Nice and slow, please. Her voice is just so damn sexy.
Travis.
Oh, jeez. Let's see.
I aim to please.
Wish my name was Travis.
9:13 and 33 seconds. Most strippers are welfare types anyway, so why are you guys sweating over it?
Wow. Well, because who pays for that?
That's the point. We're not going to be able to sweat over it anymore. All right. 9:13 and 32 seconds. Joe Gibbs and Sean Springs have gay butt sex to celebrate every Redskin victory.
Wow.
Boy, that's nice.
One of my best friends are talking about there,
No,
Terry.
I understand that.
I had no idea. All right.
He's been outed.
9:13 and 20 seconds. Steven's the man. Terry's a bunt.
Again?
9:13 and 20 seconds. Also, somebody writes, "I boned a Wiccan chick once. Didn't call her again. Now I'm sure I'm going straight to hell."
Probably.
I'd be scared. Is it wrong that I play the devil's clarinet when I hear Terry's voice? Some of these text pages are just so damn random, Terry.
I know that.
The devil's clarinet, is that a little Jerk and the Gherkin reference or what?
I don't know.
It's pretty creative if it is.
The devil's clarinet. I've never heard that one, and yet I'm feeling that that's some kind of masturbatory reference, Terry.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
So you don't think he's in a band?
I don't think he's in a band. Not many grown-ups playing the clarinet that I know. Not that one that you're referring to, Stephen.
Right. Goodness.
9:13 and 19 seconds. T-Man, you are the best. I can't get enough of you. Signed, Courtney.
Oh, wow. Courtney.
What?
Let's call him back.
Call him back?
I don't know. Is it a woman or a man?
Courtney's usually a woman.
I know a guy named Courtney.
Do you?
Well, that says a lot.
That's what he wants me to call him.
Yeah. Let's see. Look, Courtney back. Let's figure out. Gotta be honest, I'm kind of curious myself.
Hey, you're definitely the best.
Gotta figure out who I'm gonna be playing the devil's clarinet to later today.
Wow.
Never knew a man named Courtney. What if it's Courtney Love, Terry?
Oh, that'd be cool.
What?
Hot Fudge has always had a thing for Courtney Love. Never actually come out and said it.
I want to ask her why she killed her husband.
Wow.
That'd be the first good question.
Good, solid question.
That is a good
Better
question.
not be a man. Hang on.
Hey, reach Courtney still. I'm not in right now. Leave your name and number and I'll get back to you.
It is a man. All right.
I think Courtney's are easy. I like Courtney's.
Let's see what else we got here. T-Man, you rock. I think strippers should be allowed to make their own decision on whether they want to do a lap dance for a customer or not. whatever.
That wasn't the issue anyway.
Somebody writes, speaking of strippers, I took a midget stripper home once, and she went up on me. Instead of going down.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, I get it.
Stephen.
9:12 and 33 seconds.
Stupid.
Brandy's man, I have to explain the joke for Stephen.
I know.
Brandy's man wanted to see her reaction because she wanted to have a threesome.
Oh.
Or because he wanted to have a threesome. That's actually an angle that I considered, Terry.
All right.
But I was waiting to see if she would offer anything to that. But she did not.
No.
But it is still possible that Brandy's man, if you were listening to her call earlier about why her boyfriend came out and suggested he's been fantasizing about her best friend, it is a possibility.
So what do you think about that?
I shouldn't ask me. I'll be taking my strip club dollars to Portland.
Oh.
T-Man, can you send Hot Shot over to ask so he can see if this thing looks contagious?
What?
Jeez.
Like you're a doctor now.
Well, I may be responsible for it, so that's why I should go over. Yeah, the guy told me yes, it's very contagious.
Is this happening to you, too?
909, do white girls out there, anyone, have any hot situations going on for Asian guys? No.
Wow. Unless you're in the Asian Mafia.
Wow.
908 and 44 seconds for sale. One glass bottom boat. No charge for Terry Free.
Nice.
I don't get it.
The New York boat.
That was a glass bottom boat?
Yes.
That's kind of funny. Yeah, I thought I could do something to that.
No charge for Terry. Hop on board.
No charge for you, Terry. Now, what is there possibly to see? In Hawaii, I went on a glass-bottom boat.
Sure.
What is there possibly to see in New York that you need a glass-bottom boat?
I don't know.
Ooh, look at that sewage.
Dead fish and people that didn't pay their debts. Floating around.
I knew him once. His name was Carmine.
Right. He bills me $1,000.
Oh,
my gosh.
The T-Man.